Should I?
Okay.
Oh shit! I got scared.
Yo guys, hi everyone. This is Anime Monday, and today again with you, Azuki Roundtable. We sit here, we discussing the news of the project, news of everyone here, and not only here. And we also about to play games today. And in the last moment, damn, this beautiful creature that's completely glowing up with his like I don't know. I feel like you just got the new procedure, and that's why you're without camera today. But today with us, Dan. He is the lead of Anime Chain, and he will tell news about what's going on there, and how we all can be involved, how we all can collaborate with Anime Chain, and what's going on there. Maybe something unexpected. Elon, if you want, jump here. Elon is so famous right now. I've seen him on every space I join in, and he's like a celebrity star guest everywhere. I don't know. Maybe it's because of Ape he's feeling so. Maybe because if it's Elon, I don't know. But congrats, and I like to hear your thoughts all the time I join in spaces. So if you want, you can find the link in Goat Central chat and join us. So, and today with me, my co-host, a beautiful Lost now. She's a gamer right now. She's incredibly famous right now on Blaze and everywhere. She has partnerships. She has like ambassadorships. She has like all contracts with Nike.
I wish.
Yes, so she's amazing too. She's doing good. So we will hear her about yeah, how she's doing on Blaze, how we can do the same maybe results, and yeah, but and Luna should join as well. But to remind you, this Azuki Roundtable is for every holder of Azuki. So if you hold in at least something anime token, if you hold in beans, if you hold in elementals or your OG, you can jump here on the stage with us and speak about anything you want and about your projects. Most importantly, Elin, yes, we love you too. And okay, I think Dem should be first to tell us all the news about Anime Chain.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Ara. Good morning, Snow. It's great to be here. Thanks for having me on your Anime Monday Roundtable. And yeah, it was very exciting last couple of weeks for Anime Chain. We launched collect.anime.xyz. It was a lot more successful than we expected. We were testing the site live, and it basically sold out right away. So I appreciate all the support from everyone that basically had us running through the whole weekend trying to find more cards to add to the gacha machine. It was really more than I expected, and it's a really exciting product. I think the Fidgetos team has done a really good job in terms of making sure that the mint was easy to do, that the redeem was easy to do, and people have been really enjoying it. I saw some really high value cards being pulled. I think somebody from the Azuki community, Terry Flaps, was the first one to pull the card in the pack. It was like $1,500 Charizard, and he got it delivered right away. So it's a very exciting start, especially for me
Yeah,
because we're seeing the redeem rates. So these cards, you can keep them as digitized assets, or you can actually burn them and claim them and get them sent to you. And I'm
I
actually seeing the
claimed.
redeem rates really high,
Yeah, I
which is really
claimed
cool.
already, and
Yes,
I
yes.
got One Piece waifu. She's super sexy there,
Oh,
and
nice.
yeah, it costs like I can sell it right now for $35 or something.
Oh,
But I
nice.
Not
listed
bad.
on Anime Chain on this collection page. So I just listed it there, and we'll see if I can sell it. But I have a question for you about that
Yeah.
because I heard that exactly 100 piece was revealed as gold. Was it
Yes.
coincidence or it was like,
Yeah, so we
special?
wanted, yeah, of course, yeah. So we got into this whole like collecting card thing. I think it's an exciting use of NFTs. It maybe even has a little bit of a hype or like a really hype moment going on. I hope that it lasts for long. I think it's a really cool way to sort of use NFTs and also physical collectibles. And yeah, we were trying to experiment with different drop mechanics. So we did OpenSea Mint that again sold out in under an hour or something like that, and one out of the 300 was for a gold pack.
Oh.
So it was really cool to do that. It's a little bit of a different mechanic. It's like NFTs to RWAs back to like physical cards. So yeah, I don't think we'll do a lot more of that for
Mhm.
now, but it was a really cool way to launch, and again exceeded all expectations. Like it sold out so fast. So yeah, it was very cool that somebody got it. Little Willy Wonka golden ticket in there.
I have a question then. Is that okay, Ira?
Of course.
I'm sorry. So that week, whenever the thing with the fidgetals and an anime chain, I missed it. What was it? Was it just card packs? Is that what you guys were minting?
Yeah, yeah. So it was a 2 week rollout. During the first week, people could mint what we call a collector pass, but
Uh huh.
collector pass is basically like a spin on the gacha machine, or it's like basically a pack on
Okay.
collect.anime.xyz. So first we did the drop, which was on OpenSea on Anime Chain. So those are all Anime Chain NFTs, and then we actually
Okay.
opened up the gacha machine so people could start minting and spinning. So yeah, it was all
Okay.
done on chain,
That's
powered by
really
Fidgetals, but it was all done on Anime Chain, and it drove quite a lot of volume. And so it's a very cool little project, and it's something that we want to explore a bit more.
okay.
Yes, let me show it to you maybe. And I also have a question because as I understood, like Fidgetals, this is my card with the
Oh,
hottie
It's
cool.
waifu. Yeah, pretty cool. Yeah, so I listed it for $79 just for fun, and someone else listed it as well. And as you can see, at Fidgetals, they created a separate collection for Anime Chain on Anime Chain. And this project basically working with this collection of cards, right? So it's like separate side project for Fidgetals. Will they like promote this project among like not NFT but card collectors? Will they promote this project at all? And what their plans with Anime Chain? What they wanted to achieve, and if it's achieved, then what's the next plan?
Sorry, I'm having audio issues. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
but
can
sometimes it
hear
breaks
you.
a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah, let me leave. Let me see if I can fix it. I'll be right back.
yeah, no worries. Luna, hi, Luna.
Hi, happy Monday.
Hi. Did you choose the game we will play today?
I did not. My brain is so cooked from work, so you can pick something fun for us to play.
I thought it was your task, you want to choose something. No, Luna answer was,
Yeah, that's about as much mental energy as I have available for anything right now.
Oh no.
It's just just job stuff, and
Job
I'm like
stuff.
the only. I'm like the only person in my company who knows how to like do something, and like, which is nice, but then everyone's asking me questions, and like things are broken, and it just like
pretend that
Then
you
it gets
know
like stressful.
nothing.
Then he's
yeah.
gonna get fired. He can't do that.
So
Tell
this is
everyone to buy waifu.
No, he won't be fired. Like I heard that in the US, it's pretty hard to fire someone. It's easier to keep the person than fire him
That's
because
not
you need
true.
to pay it like 4 times because you need to like the person can sue you, and especially Luna who knows a lot about corporation. I watched Fight Club on the weekend. So he suggested to his boss, if you remember or not, he suggested to his boss that he'll be silent about all the events in the company, and he will be paid for this silence. So Luna can do the same. You can be silent, Luna, and get paid for that.
I'll do my
Uh,
best.
Or you can tell, yeah, you can tell that your friend is a super famous journalist, me. And if so, you will tell everything on Azuki Roundtable.
There we go. I'll say I'm only assisting people who provide proof of Azuki NFT ownership. If you don't, then too bad, so sad. That's how we pump that. That's how we bring it back. Decided. That's my auto. I am setting this as my auto reply message in Outlook right now, and we'll see what happens.
Lord. Oh,
you guys are funny. Anyways, Ira got Nami as the waifu that you got is called Nami. I learned some
yeah.
stuff about One Piece from watching the stupid Netflix TV show.
Oh my god, they love it so much. Don't
Oh
call
my
it
gosh,
stupid.
I
I
don't like
love
it
Oh,
at
that's a
all.
it.
sick Nami card.
It is Nami is
Yeah,
really cute in
I
that
thought
card.
about you, Luna, like immediately because it looked like your commissions you're ordering.
Um,
Anyway, I like Netflix show. I don't know, guys. I don't like it.
do you
Why
watch the anime?
stupid? No, it's too
Too
long.
long.
And because of that, I started to watch Netflix and I
Okay.
kind of liked it. I don't like some moments because it's like obviously childish, but in general, it's pretty cool.
I love how she says it's obviously childish.
Like, I mean, doing some stupid stuff. Oh, need link. Wait. Ellen, I just saw. I'm sending links. Sorry, I just saw.
Oh shit.
Jump,
Shit.
jump. Ah, I checked if I'm not doing any mistakes, and I did mistake. Oh.
You're fired, Ira. You're done.
I'm fired from my own live stream.
Fired. Yeah, fired from your own stream. Well, yeah, fired. There's like I don't even fucking know what I'm saying. Oh my god.
What's going on? Are you
I'm like
drunk?
going crazy. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not drunk. I don't drink alcohol.
Maybe that's the problem.
Maybe I need to start drinking. Maybe that's gonna fix my problems. Anyways, I missed that anime like the mint on
Mhm.
I missed the mint on anime chain with like fidgetals. And I also missed like the Nuko Harmy mint because I was depressed that week. I
You
was
were
like feeling
depressed?
really, yeah, I was feeling really bad and I didn't want to do anything and I missed everything. And then I was like, after I came out of it, I was like, damn it, I should have been paying attention.
Whoa, damn. I wasn't on my running marathon. I would notice that. I would
No, that's
write to you. You
okay.
should write to me if you feel bad. You can write to me
Yeah,
and I
I don't
can.
like to talk about it. I'm okay with like talking about it afterwards. But it's like
Yeah,
while
yeah.
I'm in like in my mood, I'm like I don't want to talk to anybody. But yeah, I missed like so many things that week, and I was like, damn it.
Hey,
Damn.
Um,
friends, I'm back. Is my audio any better?
yes,
Hi, yes, you're better. You're
Woo. Okay.
better.
very
And
much
Elon
better.
joined us. He wants to ask you so many questions. He said
All
like he
right.
had a bunch for him. I'm
Uh,
joking. I don't know. Elon just joined.
I always love talking
Uh,
to Ilan.
Yes, we all love Elon, especially with this beautiful PFP he has here. But damn, I have a question because I see that Fidgetals they made their own collection, like on separate collection on Anime Chain, and as I understood, like this is like a special project for them. So will they develop them and promote them among other like card collectors on their main page, or it's just experimental, or it's just like I don't know, they wanted to sold out something and then they don't have any plans. So what's the plan?
Oh no, they were blown away by how well it went. So we'll be bringing in more features. I think the number one feature that I've been working on is allowing people to pay directly with anime and also to allow for cross-chain payments. So I've been doing a lot of like infrastructure work. They've been working on that. We also want to add credit card payments so people can pay directly from Web2. They have a huge amount of their users that are just Web2 users, and so we're working on that. We're also planning on doing more drops of digital different IPs, and obviously the Azuki TCG grading for slabs has already started. So there will soon be slabs that we can even put here. So we're going to be working on this project a lot. Fidgetals is very leaned in. It's going really well for them, and it's all going really well for the chain as well. So expect to see a lot more drops. We also know that Zagamon's a big collector. He has a lot of different collectibles that he's been hoarding up and getting ready. So yeah, this is something that we will continue to develop on. And there's a lot of cool ideas, a lot of basic infrastructure first, but a lot of cool ideas that we can add on to it.
Okay, okay. Then I'm passing mic to Elon to say hi and to hear you.
Yeah, GM. I didn't participate in the digital collab, but I definitely saw it in group chats and online. So, congrats on that, Dim. I think that obviously is synergistic with everything that's happening, not just like in the space, but um, with anime and all. It looks like all of these amazing collectibles that people got. Obviously saw Terry pull that big win or whatever, and give him kudos. So yeah, it's good to see a little momentum there and have some sort of product market fit, which seems obviously to be in line with the vision and mission of this thing moving forward. And I'm definitely not any kind of celebrity. I somehow connected with Captain, of course, and I've been sort of chatting with him a bit over the last I don't know, handful of weeks, and even before that, hey, like he's been obviously somebody who showed up every day for a while, and
Mhm.
he talked me into getting into the Yugo ecosystem. So that's where that was from. What's that?
Uh,
What you got, Lost now?
Lost now, showing, show us. Why?
Is it?
I put it to you here. Wait.
Oh, there you go. Oh, it looks kind of nice. I like fucked up the corner. I'm gonna
That's
have to fix
beautiful.
that.
That's
So that's
cool.
going to be
Yeah.
the art that people are going to get who are subbed to my Blaze channel this month. I'm
Let's
Nice.
not I like
go.
I
Wow.
have to I take a picture of it afterwards cuz like this is like a collage and then I painted the flower in watercolor. And so then I go and like I
You
edit it
painted it
like
yourself?
yeah, I drew the
Wow.
flower. And then I cut it out cuz I have a scalpel that I bought that I like to use and cut stuff up. So I was like I can make little cards and art and like this was what I'm doing.
How you can be
Sorry.
sad or depressed if you have scalpel? You know, in Russia we say like I was so sad because I didn't have a gun. now,
Right?
now I'm good.
Bro, I don't need
What a,
any ideas.
that's a great saying. I'm gonna steal
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That you're so talented, Snow. That's really cool.
Oh, thank you. I just try, and it's something fun, and it's like I love streaming, and I wanted to give something to people, and also it's like the first time I ever tried to do like an NFT collection, and I'm not trying to sell anything. I just give them for free to like people who are subbed. So I don't know. I feel good about it, and it's like I don't know. It's just fun. Um, yeah, I've just been having fun. That's all.
No, that's
But thank
cool.
you.
I started to draw with the same reason actually. I just want to have
Mhm.
a hobby that I
Mhm.
don't plan to monetize at all. I don't want to monetize my drawings. I just
Mhm.
like to draw and I want to leave it like that, you know? I feel
Yeah.
like it's kind of luxury of current time to have some hobby that you don't plan to monetize. And I feel myself privileged that I can spend time on some hobby right now because I didn't have a hobby for years because I worked
Mhm.
too much, and now I want to. have a time for hobby.
Yeah,
So I kind of get you. I love it.
it's really cool.
Okay, back to them. Anything else you want to share with us?
Yeah, I think on the wider scope of anime chain, I just kind of want to set a reminder that collect.anime.xyz's live will be refilling the higher value packs as well, and see if those are as exciting as well, like with much more high value grails, and they're working away on that. But at the same time, the whole point of anime chain is to launch a lot of experiments. So we're working with community projects. I really want to work with the Azuki Run Club. There's a couple of other ones that are working on different integrations. So, to Ilan's point, he didn't participate in this one. I think there's a lot we can do with Anime Chain in terms of experimentation and having different things, right? So this one was a little bit more gacha oriented and all about like collecting cards. I think it's important to bring TCG culture on chain for Anime Chain, especially in the context of the Azuki TCG. But there's a lot of things around storytelling. There's a lot of things around like innovative ways to use the NFTs that we're cooking up, and also things about like just getting people out there and running. I was so impressed with the Azuki Run Club with the domain wars. I think this is the kind of thing where like you see something that's like a little bit crypto, a little bit finance, but it's getting people out there to run. And I was just talking with the team over there and telling them like that's one of the coolest things. Like if we can turn this into actual action and get people out there running around and doing exercise is amazing. So it's a lot of other experiments to come on Anime Chain, and yeah, I'm having fun with it. It's a really cool role. I get to talk to a lot of different and very creative people.
I'm just
Yeah,
really
Zuki Run Club
excited
was a
that.
fun one for sure. I mean, I think, and we've been talking about this a little bit recently. Whenever we start talking about utilization of this tech, right, is to layer the tech into what you already are into and about. And I mean, I think obviously for Zuki Run Club, like there's layers there. Like sub communities are super clutch, obviously, always have been. And in Azuki, so you get into Azuki because you like anime and you like the art, and then you start connecting with other people in the community, and you realize you have other things in common. And Johnny's done a really good job with the Azuki Run Club because he was able to use his technical sort of acumen to integrate Strava and, again, create all of those, all of the functionality on Azuki Run Club.xyz, where you could group up and pair up and, run, and it had like the leaderboard, and it was all very real time. So yeah, I would love to see some of that stuff on, because I participated and I hit a PR today in 5K in my 5K. I'd love to see that on the
Nice.
game.
I was gonna say I was just excited that you guys are doing something with Fidgetals because I don't know, I always have liked Fidgetals, and it's like I don't use all of the like gotcha platforms, but Fidgetals worked with Nuko, and I still have to like claim my little Nuko figurine. But I always thought that Fidgetals had like a really good website, and I don't know. I'm just glad that you guys like are doing something for like anime and like cards and like collectibles. I think that's really cool. I was really excited about that. I'm really like mad at myself for like missing that mint, but I'll be there next time.
You
Next
still
time
can
I won't miss
buy
it.
on the secondary. You can buy this
Oh, okay.
cards on the secondary. Yeah, I will
That's really
find the
cool.
collection and will send to you. But it costed like $45, I think.
Mhm.
Mint, the mint itself, 45, 48, something like that. And yeah, you participate like by burning your ticket, you
Mhm.
receiving a voucher, and you can burn this voucher in gacha and get yourself a pack, for example.
Yeah, yeah.
So
It's
the I think secondary on the same level right now as a
mhm,
mint.
mhm.
But guys, I want to say that I agree with you so much. I really admire how this running challenge went. And for the first time, I joined Run Club, and I saw how it's working inside, with the Strava, with the gifts, and you can organize your own running challenge with the gifts you want to make for people who running, and with this fun distance. I showed it to my all IRL friends how it looked like, and like yeah, I love to see this. And if you can somehow digitalize it and make it um, Luna, I see your comment. Why you can voice your question here, Luna?
Luna, just ask.
Yes.
Ask Luna. Oh, maybe he has like technical issues or something.
I don't know.
Eh, There we go. I don't know why I automatically muted my microphone. That's annoying. I didn't want to interrupt you, Ira. You were like saying such cool stuff. So,
Damn. What do I do to burn my ticket?
uh-oh,
Jesus
Dem
go.
disappeared.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Dem
he
is
dropped
like
out.
your question was so stupid. I'm leaving.
Yeah, you need to go here, vouchers, then burn. Then the voucher will appear here, and you need to go and
Did you have to like log into Fidgetals first, or did you just connect to
here on the side.
collect.anime.xyz with whatever wallet held your ticket?
Yes, it's on collect.anime.xyz.
Let's log. You know what? I'll do that because I wanted to ask him about like if you had to do anything with like Fidgetals.com first, but if not, then I'll just go do that. Cool.
No, it's pretty simple. It had some technical difficulties before, but now everything is clear. I don't know. I am not really like a fan of this site because for me it looked like a bit, just simple cloud created site. Like just vibe
Mm-hmm.
coded site. Because for me it's like I don't know. I'm not a fan of this. This blurred tabs and everything. When you're working with some brand, you want to see some Easter eggs, you want to see some cool site, you want to see some,
Mm.
like small details that make this site tell you that
That's
someone
annoying.
worked on this website, not just
Mm.
web coded. What, Luna?
Doesn't
I
want
don't
to
know.
connect to my wallet. Maybe it still has technical difficulties. Let's try again. I want to see what I get.
You can send me your seed phrase, Luna, and I will burn it for you.
So, sure, I'll do that because the wallet it's in has a bunch of dead NFTs. So if you want to steal a couple of royal pools, I'm not gonna say no. I don't want them anymore.
Oh.
I'll have to use MetaMask because it doesn't support anime chain. Man.
Yeah, you need to use Rabu.
I have to use
Krabi.
Rabby, that's true. No one uses MetaMask anymore.
Yeah, I don't remember when I last time used. By the way, did you make the airdrop or not
For
yet?
for what? For Rabby or MetaMask?
No, for MetaMask. Rabi,
No,
I
they're
mean.
teasing it. They've been teasing it, but we don't have any dates or anything.
Yeah. Never we're gonna get the anime season 2 airdrop first.
Oh, yeah, of course. I hope so. Them promised us that we will have some airdrop. Or, yeah.
Yeah, I'm waiting for what's it called? Called manga or hentai. Like I think those are gonna be big. Those are gonna be big coins.
You want hentai?
Yes, exactly.
Oh,
That's
that's
you
funny.
and me need to create. But
Open Gacha.
oh, Luna. No, show your screen and open Gacha with us.
Okay, let me make sure it's connected to the right place and I'll
Let's
burn it
go.
on
Let's
screen. And
go.
I'll burn
Let's
it on
check
stream.
what you got. Let's go. Yeah, we'll see some opening.
Um, where are you?
And I will find the collection for Lost right now.
But yeah, that's gonna be the art that I'm gonna do. I just have to take a picture of it and then like edit it a
Yeah,
little
My
bit.
cards. No.
lost.
Open
I'm sending you
Gacha.
in a private chat so you can, if you want, you can buy it and you
Vouchers.
can, like,
Okay, the
it's pretty
ticket.
the same
Okay.
Here
price
we are. Okay.
if you want.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. I'll just have to, cause I have to buy
Yeah.
anime, cause then I don't have any anime right now. All my anime was, I think it left in like a Magic Eden wallet that was hacked, and then I never, like, there was a little bit of anime in there, and then Magic Eden decided to
Share
like
window.
sunset their app, so it's like,
Magic didn't support anime chain. What?
no, well, yeah, I had anime in my Magic Eden wallet at one point, but they're sunsetting everything, so I don't think they're not even, you can't even have their
What
wallet
do you
on your
mean
phone
screen
anymore, I don't
sharing?
think.
It's down there. It's down there. Look it.
Share
Look, it's down there.
screen. I want to open this.
No, no, no.
Today has just been one giant struggle.
So MetaMask, yes.
There we
I know
go.
that everyone blaming OpenSea, but I think we all need to blame also MetaMask because they, uh, oh no, what's that? Okay, because they, not only make you
Ready?
think about this airdrop, but they also make you, do some tasks, and at the end you will get like $1 or something like that. Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
I
at
don't care for that stuff. Like, I don't ever try to, they're just, everything like that is just stupid because it's like they can't afford to give more money what they're making. So it's
It's
like, I don't
because
know.
they paid a bunch of bad KOLs and now they don't have any money.
Well, they shouldn't have been paying the KOLs.
I
It's
agree
such a
with you.
scam. KOLs are such a scam.
All right, ready? I'm gonna click open gacha.
I
I'm gonna go
hear
have
it
some
from
fun.
KOL.
You're a
Yeah, let's go,
KOL.
let's go, let's go. Open that. Did you
Open.
burn?
Shouldn't have. Let's see. I clicked open gacha. Where did you
No, go
go?
to vouchers.
Right.
Then, did you connect it to your wallet?
Yep.
Retry, retry, and you burned it.
I already burned it.
Okay, that
Uh,
it will appear in the next 30 days.
That's
I don't know.
boring.
I don't know.
That's so anticlimactic.
But-
I did not get the golden ticket, which is sad, but like I want to open gacha. This is like super sad. Dem, fix it.
Uh, mm, you
What is
need
it?
to
What's the anime chain scanner?
write directly to digital, and I've heard that like 16 to 20 messages helping.
All right, I will send him 85 million messages. I don't know if he's yeah. So here's the transaction. Where's my I want to
You were
gacha,
scammed.
man.
Congrats. This is your first anime scam.
This is my first anime skin, and I cannot get my cards. Dem.
Click once again. Okay, Dam's here. Wait. No, Dam is not here.
Here
Dam
we go.
count
All
is
right.
two. Wait, why it's so blurry? You got it? You got it! You got it! Use! Now use! 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 Why the quality is so bad? Wait, you guys all see it so bad?
Yeah, this is like a fun experience. So right,
Use. Yes,
so
you
you
should.
hit use, but then it goes here, and it should give me a poll. Like I should be able to poll.
Try to turn on and turn off and turn on your computer.
Try
All
to
right, let's
turn
see.
off and on your brain, and maybe it's gonna work.
Let's try to turn off and on anime chain and see if that works. And when we reboot anime chain, maybe we'll get there. Process and roll success burn block confirmations, right?
Oh, wait, we have Elon, so let's ask him because Elon actually launched the project that called Mugen, and Mugen wanted to help projects to build on Anime Chain, and they have like the graphic, the media files, the cool name, cool branding, cool people inside, and they wanted to build something with Anime Chain, and now Anime Chain is live. And are you even still planning to do something with that, or you no?
Yeah, Mugen. Yeah, it started. In sort of that dearth of information around what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and then I guess we obviously got notification around the reorganization, and there wasn't a place for Anime Chain. Like the only information that we got about Anime Coin was that we'll see. Like if it makes sense, then we'll like do something. And obviously, at that point, Dim was no longer with Azuki or the foundation. So I think in that time frame, a lot of the steam sort of just blew out. Zodio was actually he was like the head of Mugen. He was like the head honcho, right? And he's up in New York, and he sat down with digital like handful of times to try to figure it out, try to push it forward. We obviously we're doing a lot of stuff with the lore. We were building out our characters. We were building out sort of a network within Mugen, which was supposed to be kind of a like what's the best way? Sort of a like deep community was kind of the tagline there. And Zodia obviously was trying to get a hold of anybody about how to do it on Anime Chain. Ended up running into a bunch of dead ends, a bunch of sort of brick walls. They told him that they didn't have anything for him or couldn't support him in Mugen or on this mission. I mean, I was just sort of one of the early adopters, and I was going to sort of run my own sort of node in that network for primarily for the storytellers,
Wow.
for lore and to sort of onboard into my little family in Mugen, all the writers,
Mm-hmm.
so that there would be plenty of story. Sorry, I got some construction going on. I don't know if y'all can hear that, but so there would be plenty of stories, right? Like there would be some really deep lore that then later, artists and animators could tap into and see if they wanted to, pull from that story bank to further extrapolate those stories into, into art pieces or potentially into, manga and develop them, for potentially, of course, in the future, proper anime of these characters. And so that was sort of where I slotted into Mugen. Yeah, I mean, I think that the lack of sort of support, information, clarity, any help at all for Zodia, he sort of went back to the drawing board, and he hadn't been around actually that much in the community anymore. And I know that he sold a little bit or a few of his Azukis. I think he's still a holder, but I think he was really disenchanted with I guess, his push, and then the timing was just not lining up, I guess, with what was going on, behind the scenes at Azuki, and the sort of the bifurcation of the organization into Azuki and .com. And then obviously Dim came back, and everyone was like, oh fuck yeah, like Anime Chain is back, and Dim's going to be the lead. And I think there was just a lot of lost sort of momentum from the reorganization announcement into when Dim came back. And that's obviously very, very hard to sort of rekindle, right? Like because everyone was sort of firing on all cylinders at Mugen, but there was nowhere to go. So that fire sort of fizzled out, as it were. So hopefully we'll get back. I don't know if I'll need to reach out to Zodia and obviously let him know. I don't know if Dim's reached out to him. He's like I said in New York, so and Dim obviously is in New York and digital up there with with the new the headquarters. He's always sort of up there, and I think largely it's a tough one, right? Because Azuki itself is really very focused on the TCG, and there aren't a ton of other things really going on in Azuki, like Azuki, aside from the TCG. So either
Mhm.
you're on TCG or you're not if you're Azuki, or you're waiting around, right? And so, but we'll see. We'll see. Like obviously, Dim spinning up some magic on Anime Chain. This
Yeah.
recent collab was super cool. I mean, I'm personally not really into cards or TCGs or like physical collectibles per se. So this wasn't really in my wheelhouse, but I know that a lot of people were quite stoked on it, and some people pulled some bangers, and I know that the turnaround on it was really really good too. I think that a lot of these systems that already exist right out there in the marketplace are tough because people like try to redeem stuff and they never they never get it right. Like it takes a really long time to ship, and I think a lot of the stuff that came out of the gotcha on Anime Chain, it got in people's hands really really quickly. So I don't know how they did that distribution, but I think it worked out pretty good.
Hmm. I didn't know this story, so sorry, yeah, that it didn't work out for the first time. But now I see them as active, and I think it would be cool if you have some, yeah, connections with the writers, like storytellers, to bring something like that on chain. I think you should talk with them again. It would be cool to have.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I think the idea, of course, it was to have sort of like this repository, right? Of people could present their Azuki characters. There would be sort of an ability to run that on Anime Chain. So you drop a little bit of a tip or whatever into a sort of a collective pot, right? And then stories could be written, integrated between different characters. We could sort of upvote stories for the stories that people really liked and wanted to see and want to get like fleshed out a little bit more. So it would be very much a sort of a collaborative storytelling, sort of scenario where you get people involved, you get people's IP involved, and really try to get the ball rolling on, some community created story in the Azuki universe, right? I think there. I mean, it's been a little tough, right? Because we don't have a lore Bible. They don't want to share the lore Bible. We don't really have a lot of lore um, uh, sort of reach. I think they're trying to build out the lore with the TCG. So you got to sort of read the tea leaves to sort of tap into some of the lore that they're trying to extrapolate with the TCG. But what we wanted to do was have the community write it. You know what I mean, and have that be a little bit more community led and co-created by holders. And but people are sort of reticent to write a whole lot of write a whole lot of lore if they don't really know the canon, right? And so I think we have to sort of wait for the canon lore to be able to really spin out meaningful stories that integrate adequately into the canon lore, right? So
Hmm. Yeah. But now I think that you will collaborate again, so everything will be good with them, and yeah.
yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they roll out the manga, because I know that's in the works. I know Steam Boys have really been working super hard, on that. And all you really need, really, is a kernel of canon, and sort of that facilitates that spark within your sort of your fanfic folks to be like, okay, I can spin out something meaningful off of that like kernel of canon, and make it make sense in the overarching scheme. Like, are we talking portals? What time frames are we talking? What traits are attributable to what are blue types? What are red types? What's the importance there? I mean, I think obviously spirits. What are our spirits? These sort of things, like little kernels of information that we can get off canon lore, really facilitate writers in particular, but those creative minds within the community to be like, oh yeah, I can spin something really dope off of that. And so I don't know. We'll see what Steamboy's got up his sleeve. I think obviously these first uh, the first sort of stories that are gonna come out of the manga are gonna sort of set the stage about introducing people, new readers, new fans to Garden in the Alley. A lot of the things that we already know, but um,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, to get a little bit more solid canon is gonna be uh, really, I guess, help a lot of those people that have been kind of chomping at the bit to extrapolate on the Azuki universe.
Yeah, I hope so too. Wait, let me ask Luna. Luna, did you figure out how to burn your voucher? Luna.
There we are. I hit M. It's just unmute me. So I asked Dem a question on X, and I'm waiting for him to reply to me. 'Cause I know he mentioned earlier that like packs were sold out, and I wonder if the reason why I can't burn it is because packs are sold out,
That might be
Oh,
it.
which
I think that's it,
which would make
actually.
a lot of sense.
Yeah, he said they're going to refill
That
it.
would
I
make a lot of
guess
sense.
whenever he was up here earlier. Again, I'm not. I didn't play along with this activation, but like the way that it looks on your screen share is that it's sold out, and I think he did say that they were gonna restock the machine
oh,
like
I didn't
this
Yeah.
hear
week.
it. I didn't hear.
So yeah, I still have to wait. So when they restock it, I'll wait until the following Monday, and I'll burn it live, or I'll open it
Oh,
live.
yeah, yeah. Thank you, Luna. That's cool. It will bring you luck, you know? It will bring you luck.
I hope so. I need some good luck.
Yeah. What I wanted to mention, yeah, about manga. I really hope, guys, that manga won't be only for Azuki fans, like some, like, I don't know, like just product for the check and just product for people who already love Azuki, and it won't be like Kickstarter for something else. I really hope this manga will be like separate, good, high quality product that will be interesting for people. But to be honest, I last time I holded manga in my hands when I was 14 years old or something like that. And for me, like, I understand this is cool, this is for storytelling, but I wanted to ask, is manga super popular in US?
Yeah. People
Yes?
read
I would
manga a
say
lot.
so.
Yeah, I would say
Cool,
so. Yeah, because I mean,
cool.
even it's not just in the U.S., but it's like even here in Eastern Europe. Like no matter where you go, you're gonna go to like a bookshop and they have manga like in English. They don't even translate it in Bulgarian, because so many people, especially young people here, they speak English, and
Mhm.
it's like even in a small country like here, we have like people read manga and they read it in English. So I'd say that it's not just popular in the US. I'd say it's kind of become popular everywhere.
Mhm.
um I was buying some mangas before I had to leave the US, and I had to like give it away before I moved because I couldn't bring it with me. But it's really like manga is something so fun to collect, and I just can't wait to like have my own like spot where I could start collecting stuff like that and can buy some of my favorite
Mhm.
mangas. And especially, and I think that Zuki, I think that's the whole point though with like the team making this Zuki manga, is that they want to basically establish the lore, but they want to make a story where it's going to be appealing to the wider like audience of like anime and manga, because it's like it doesn't make sense to me that they're making like the TCG, and the TCG is made basically for everybody to like. And so I think they're going to do the same thing with the manga. I don't think it's going to be something specifically to appeal to the Azuki community, but it's going to be something that's going to appeal to a wider audience, and that's really great because that's how it should be. And I think that's exactly what they're doing. I feel like I don't have a doubt. Like I just assume that that's what they're doing.
No, just wondering how it's going there in this industry, because I know, like I said, I not a big fan of manga just
Mm-hmm.
because maybe it's not like cultural our thing, you know? Like maybe for like teenagers, yes, but I don't know. So how
I
it's
feel
in your
like no, I don't. I feel like there's plenty of like people our age that collect manga. Like I don't
Yep.
know.
yeah, yeah,
It's
probably. Yeah.
because the manga itself is not necessarily for teenagers. There's like a lot of adult content. There's a lot of manga made for adults.
Mhm.
And so I don't know. Like my favorite manga, then the manga that I owned before I had to move away from the U.S. is called Watakoi. I don't know how to say it, but it's a basic
Is it
what
some porn?
it's not porn. It's really cute.
Something close,
It's
right?
I mean, what was
it's
I
like
gonna say? Oh, I was gonna
it's a
say they're
one
like
about
really big, like they're really big bookstores here, where like they're like just Japanese bookstores, and they
uh-huh.
have like whole floors for manga purchase.
Yeah.
So like when I went to Anime NYC as my like backup because I had to miss Anime Expo, like I had to because of the timing. Like so, for some conventions, when you order badges, they'll give you like a cutoff date when they'll before like when they'll ship it to you, or you need to pick it up in person. So for that, I had to pick it up at the one of the at a bookstore in New York City, and like it was you couldn't like move because there's just so many people there, like excited about anime stuff and the manga and like manga being like source material, so that was like a minute of me just saying, yeah, it's popular. It's
Yeah, I
like really
think it, I
popular.
mean, there are these niches, right? Like there, and I think just in anime in general, there are a lot of people that are like diehard anime fans that they do consider this the manga, the source material, as sort of a prerequisite, right? I mean, I think the very traditional way of anime getting built is off of the popularity of the manga itself. And I think Azuki, I think after the reorg went back to first principles as to how all of this sort of works, how to create a universe, how to get people involved, how to get people to understand and care about the universe and these characters. Traditionally that was through the manga. All the most popular IP in anime right now all started as manga. For the most part, I think there may be a couple of exceptions. I mean, when you go back to first principles and you want to make an anime IP and franchise, you have to sort of start at the source material, which is for most intents and purposes is manga. And for Zuki, obviously they have the TCG. So whenever the manga lands, people have the ability to tap into the universe through the trading card game. So there's a little bit value add there for characters and for world and for story, because of the availability, of the TCG, and it's all very much in the same, wheelhouse genre. It's collectibles, it's anime, it's TCG, it's manga. Like whenever you go to, like Luna was saying, whenever you go to conventions, there it's all of the above, right? Like everything, all the stalls are IP centric, and most IPs will have um, you know, the manga, the collectibles, the figurines, and more it's becoming, they have, some sort of card or trading card game, primarily based off of the back of how popular One Piece got. Like obviously, Pokemon's been ubiquitous; it's always been around. But then, One Piece really hit the scene, and the collectability of One Piece really, exploded. Like the valuations of some of these cards really exploded. The competitive scene, obviously really exploded. That's what Z keeps on talking about, the TCG, right? Like what they're focused on right now is competition, and running
Mhm.
competitions. And once set one comes out, and we're still pre-launch, right? He's mentioned this the other day, and it's kind of weird to think about because all of us have been tuned into this for so long. It's like they haven't even launched the TCG yet. And so once set one actually launches and the competitive landscape sort of evolves, then and there we will begin to see the sort of the evolution of the TCG side of it. And you would think pretty soon thereafter would be will be the manga that allows people to that are either turned on by the TCG to this universe, or or people that are just looking for new manga that come across the Azuki manga and begin to read that and potentially collect that because obviously Steam Boy, that's been a big attractor for Azuki ecosystem from the jump. All of us really
Mhm.
came to all of the OGs sort of came to the project through recognizing Steam Boy and the art, and he sort of legitimized the project in the very early days because everyone knew Steam Boy from from Overwatch and the character design there. So sorry about that. Kind of went on a little tangent there, but
No, no, that's a good explanation. I just researching too, and look, guys, manga has like better market than even TCG even. So we are rich soon. Yes.
Yep.
That's funny, Ira. Oh
No,
my
I mean like
goodness.
they promising to us like TCG markets in 2020 2030. Remember they said like about 13 billion, 30 billions,
Mm.
and here manga projected like 43 billions, and even now it's bigger than TCG.
Mm-hmm.
Just TCG now everywhere, and manga seems like not in the trenches. So
Yeah.
so if we like, I asked also, look, I asked if I'm doing manga, how much I can earn. And usually, like when I asked before, it gave me a cool prediction for TCGs, like very, very like correct. So we will be at scenario D here too. So viral beyond Web3, anime deal publisher, massive merch ecosystem. So we will make like 1 million on selling manga, 110 million on selling manga. So there is five for us of us, and we're all sharing for 1 million something, and we're rich. Oh, I hope so. This is
That's funny.
girl math. But
Girl
them join
math.
again. Them join again.
Hi, yeah, sorry, I was having connectivity issues. I'm back. Sorry about that. Hello, hello.
You're fired, then.
Yeah.
No.
You're done.
Love
I
promise
should be.
hiring anyone.
I decided to take a walk while participating on this, and my phone was not keeping up with the stream. Sorry, Luna, I disconnected. Yeah, you can you can burn your
We
past.
tried. We
Okay,
tried
okay,
already them.
okay, okay,
It
okay.
it's failed.
Oh, it failed. Okay. There's a support window on collect.anime.xyz
No, no,
on the
no.
more
All
menu.
good. You just sold out collection. We couldn't mean because you sold out
Oh,
everything.
even the $50 packs are also sold out.
Hmm.
Yep.
Damn, I didn't know about that. Okay, cool. I got a tweet.
Guess I'll just have to wait
Said I got a
until
tweet.
it is back in stock. That is a-okay.
Yeah, basically we gotta find a bunch of cards and we gotta put them on chain and make sure they're vaulted and everything, and then we will add them to the packs.
I'll just accept a cool like manga Nami card for my inconvenience. Thank you, sir.
Oh, sure.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just tell the Fidgetals guy I sent you. They can give it to you.
you'll have to get
Done.
first edition Steam Boy signed Azuki anime or Azuki manga.
Ooh, wow.
I
Ooh.
saw a panel,
Cool.
guys. I saw a couple of panels for it. It looks
Oh.
really sick.
Yeah, you knew it was going to
Uh,
look sick. Steam Boy, you knew he was going to deliver. I think I've seen one panel. maybe. But yeah, no, it's gonna be. It should be sick.
He's
Yeah.
having so much fun making it too. Like this is exactly, like the anime. He was very excited to get into animation, and he still enjoys that. But getting, just sitting down and drawing panels and going into that also with the rest of the art team, he's really having a good time. So hopefully that translates into the art.
Oh, damn, damn. I have a lot of questions about that. First question is, I said to the guys already here that I'm afraid that this product manga will be only maybe, for already Azuki audience. So it will be like fun art, and for people outside the project, it won't be interesting. That's my concern, and I'm afraid of that. But I'm bullish on Azuki. I believe like you guys can make it. But what do you think about this as a person who saw probably all the teasers and stuff?
Yeah, it's a difficult challenge, right? I mean, there's already like the benefits of having the Azuki community around everything that Azuki makes is that there's like a really core, hardcore fan base at the beginning. And I think as an artist, Arn is Steamboy. Steamboy has always been very aware of everything that he makes and they make, not kind of breaking out of the Azuki sphere and also being enjoyed by the Azuki fans. So I don't know. I think they got a lot of reps in when they were making the anime. They got to work with a lot of different artists and see the world through their lens, and still get that experience. So they've been getting better and better at making sure that it's not just like a commercial for Azuki NFTs or fan art, and that it resonates on itself. So I have high confidence, but it's a really difficult sort of artistic challenge, and I think that's probably why Steamboy's still like very engaged on everything Azuki because he keeps getting challenged in new ways. So um, it'll be up to them. And I'm no longer working at Azuki, so I guess I knew more about strategy, and I could tell you like they have a strategy for distribution and all that. But I'm working with the Anime Coin Foundation now, so I'm a little bit removed from it. But it's gotta be a tough thing to do, right? Because if you change the story too much to sort of appeal to a wider audience, then it's no longer Azuki. Um, I think these are the kind of challenges that artists that make anime or manga or anything like that really enjoy. But I'm not an artistic person, so it would be a huge challenge for me to figure that out.
Yeah, I think to that point too. I mean, when you're talking about strategy and stuff, I think what they're sort of trying to prove right with the TCG is they know how to maneuver, they know how to distribute, they know how to get to market. Obviously, we haven't launched yet, so it's not we haven't really fully seen it, but we have seen it through the partnerships that they've done, Becky at PSA, all of the grading companies. And I think that, with manga, the very most important part, of course, is distribution. It's getting the manga where, buyers are that are trying to find the new manga, the new IP. And I think like clearly that's going to be the challenge. I mean, I think we know the art's going to work. We know the foundation is there.
Hi,
Um, what's that? Oh,
sorry,
so
it's,
uh,
Kev. Yeah.
yeah, so I mean, I think largely that's like the business side or the operations side is creating those relationships that ensure that the manga, is distributed in a way that it reaches those people, right? The taste makers of that industry, because it is an industry, as you just pointed out, a massive industry with very deep pockets, very massive TAM, and these TAMs are things that exist as a sort of this aspirational, motivational factor behind people that are creating these mangas, that are creating new content. And the fact that Azuki has the treasury that it has, the relationships that it has, the sort of inside knowledge, that it has, the star power in Steamboy, right? Like he has his own fan base, which is pretty huge. So that whenever you go to market with a manga, that manga is going to get in the hands of people, that are first and foremost rabid manga fans, and second of all, people that you know appreciate art and story and therein will sort of push it, right? Like in, through the mechanisms through which these things get into people's hands, like, whatever it may be, advertising, product placement, all the things that happen sort of behind the scenes to make sure that a product launch goes off and lands in the hands that it needs to land into to be profitable, to get traction.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sorry. I'm just yeah, scrolling at the same time. But let's back to them because he probably like don't have like too much time and good connections as well. Guys, do you have some question to Anime Chain? Maybe we want to know more about something.
Yeah, I just want to encourage
Uh,
people from the community to check out animechain.dev. It was a set of resources created by a community member, Andrew Thays, who we're working very closely with. He's a fantastic developer and has been instrumental to letting people on board. And yeah, we just recently onboarded an infrastructure engineer, a backend engineer, and getting a front end engineer as well to sort of launch more things and accelerate. And we can also now support community members a bit more on the technicals. You still got to build everything pretty much yourself, but now we can hook you up with a person that can tell you um, a little bit better than ChatGPT how all these different things work. So if anybody's curious about deploying or developing on Anime Chain, hit me up on the DMs. And yeah, Ira, I just gotta be very grateful to you and Snow for hosting these spaces and letting people chat about Anime Chain, Azuki, and everything else. It's super cool, and it's the kind of thing that we want to keep going. So just a word of encouragement and a lot of love from my end.
we love you too, Dan. We love you
All right,
too.
my friends. Well, have a lovely, lovely rest of your Monday, and I'll see you online.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Thanks to Luna because Luna said today, no, we're making this Azuki round table. I'm not even questioning you. Like it's a fact, and I will be hosting that. And I said, okay, Luna.
Of course, best best round table ever. Until the next one.
Even next one, yes, even. You need to write us, like, that's it. We're making round table today.
It was fun. It's always fun to do round table.
Yeah, guys, this is fun. I hope we will be rich with manga and stuff that they're building, they're doing right now. Everything sounds good. What do you think about market pump, by the way? I don't believe in it, like, even for a second. I don't believe, like, I thought about that. Of course, like, for the first days, I was like, damn, maybe I need to buy Azuki right now. Maybe I need to buy it right now until it will go higher and higher. But then I, like, went on my balcony and I was, like, smoking my beautiful pink cigarette. And I was thinking, like, but where is new people? We don't have like new people for these like huge sales, and we don't have like such an amount of fresh blood to panic in right now and to believe in this price going up and start and stay like that. So I was like, okay, maybe I won't purchase it right now and will wait more.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's an interesting market. I think I don't know how long it's gonna last. It might just be like a flash in the pan, but everyone's. I mean, at least a lot of people are excited about Yuga and their CEO swap, and I think that at least on the NFT side of things is generating a lot of the hype. So
I was right, and I was right because when I thought about this, Azuki was were 1.2 and 5,
Mm-hmm.
and now they go down like
Of
everything
course, yeah.
else. Because like, where
Well,
is the new buyers?
Well, it's like anything else, you know. After you have a really big pump, because we did have a huge pump, 75% is not little this month. And in the past week, the floor price went back up to like back. It went up by 55%,
222.
so there has to be a little bit of retrace.
Yeah.
Um, but it's like I don't think that it only has to do with whatever's going on at Basie. I think that the market as a whole pumped a little, so it's like everything goes up together. Because it's like I think
Yeah.
BTC went up, I think maybe ETH went up a little bit, and then I was seeing not only like is Azuki and like ETH NFTs pumping, like stuff on Solana is also going up right now. So it's not just like it's like an overall like market like pump. So it's like whenever the whole market starts going up, usually what happens is that all assets go up with it. So I think that's what was going on.
What happened on Solana? I'll admit, like, or what, not to look, I have like a Cleanosaur and see like what that's worth. I'll admit, I don't really pay as much attention to Solana as I could. Um, but yeah, like, we're seeing a retrace, like, Bored Apes almost hit 12. I think they like topped at just over 11 ETH.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a little bit of a pullback now.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, yeah, I mean, it's the same problem, right? Like, there aren't a handful of new buyers of people who weren't
Yeah.
already in Web3. Like, it's just the same kind of few people. It's like, okay, well, these people, oh, I always wanted to buy this NFT, and like that's great. Like, you want to see new people come into a project. Hopefully they stick around, but like that's cool. But yeah, it's not like, oh, my buddy convinced me to buy my first NFT. I bought a Bored Ape or I bought an Azuki. Like, do people, like we're not seeing those posts yet. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and now like, what was it like? So what's the blur? 9 point. I can't think of that. I can't think of what time I had. 9.46. So it's a pretty decent pullback from like, it's not bad. Like, it's still, way up. But now you're
Luna,
getting.
check now, Spirit, you can buy it for 30 ETH. Are you down for that? You wanted Spirit, remember?
I still I have to message. I have to DM that guy and see if he still has it. I am still. I have a tentative. As soon as I get unrugged by something, I have a tentative deal to buy a spirit for a decent price.
You mean Moonbird?
It's probably have to be something else now, unless like, don't get me wrong, like I like, Moonbirds is cool. I like pixelated owls. They're gonna need a significant pump of the coin to do something where that itself. So like I took okay, so I started with three mythics, and then I took like some of these like random small airdrops, um, some of my tax refund, and like one of the outputs of like one of the burb games. And I bought three more moonbirds so I can get more burb every
Burp.
month.
Mm-hmm.
But until we're people are some people are convinced
How
that
much
there's
how
gonna
much
be
burp you get monthly like that
to do math.
in
I
ETH
have,
or
I'll let you know in 2 days because I have to go log in and check. I don't remember exactly how much it is per moonbird off the top of my head, just because there's like so much random stuff
Mhm.
floating around in there. It's not bad, but like, even if it's like, let's say I get 6,000 burb a month almost. I think probably like 6,500 with the mythics. If I did math right. Ye- because I had this, because I like used some of it, and I have to use some of this month's burb to pay for art. But that plus like recycling over the next handful of months going to burb game, we still need to see like the price of burb approach like $1 before that's worth enough to buy a spirit. So now we're hoping that like either my one thing that I did after anime dropped turns out to be something, or if Luca gives us green coin, and that ends up being worth a lot of
Oh
money.
my God, this green coin. We're waiting for Abstract launched Pengu, how it's named? Oh my God. Okay, so Abstract was launched previous year.
Yep.
I think it was like December, January, something like that. December, I think. And so it's existing a year and a half almost, and still no airdrop. And no one talking about that, by the way.
The good news is that there's a so this is like something that came out of something else randomly.
Hmm.
So there is a space like was it last night or like two something days ago or something where um Luca mentioned like a bunch of stuff, and he said, "Oh well, Figgy coming to be the CEO of Yuga like is inspiring me to go do stuff." So, uh, so hopefully that means there will be more work done on the abstract side of things to just like release the token and kind of like move on with everything else they want to do. So I feel like this is just me being an idiot. I kind of feel like it's a distract. It's just getting to being like a distraction. I know this isn't like a talk about pudgy penguins or uh abstract space, but since we went there, I think it's just being a distraction at this point in time. Like, you want to do whatever with your project, like, you know, for a while, I don't think anime was ever really a distraction for Azuki, but but at a certain point, I do kind of feel like a lot of people are just waiting for token news as
Mm-hmm.
opposed to like being excited for other things that you're doing. And after a certain point, you're just like, all right, if you have enough liquidity and like enough partnerships and enough whatever to make the drop good, you might as well just do it and then like get it out of the way, get past the expected dump. Some people are gonna be happy,
I
some
love that
people aren't
one,
gonna be
Ira.
happy, and
Yes, this
then
is
just
so beautiful. I saw it recently. Sorry,
and
sorry,
then just
Luna.
move on and
Sorry,
do
Luna.
it.
A
Oh, that's a
collection of
pretty
these
one.
guys, basically just all dream Azukis. Like, look at that. And I don't know who is that, by the way.
I think it's
I want
shrimp.
that.
Who?
I think that's shrimp.
Hopefully they
I
don't
don't
sell
know.
the cat ears one.
Yeah, he listed that for 10
Oh
ETH.
no,
The
I need the
collection is sick.
lightning one. I want the lightning cat ears one. I need that for Avatar.
Oh, yes. Listed for 4 ETH only. 4 ETH, Luna. You can buy it and, just don't even notice it.
I
I'm
have my eye
joking.
on that with either like when something
Oh, he
drops, like
listed that too. Well, last time I went to
OpenSea
this
or
profile, he listed only this one. Now he listed everything. Mm,
yeah,
interesting.
I've seen the name a bunch. I don't know exactly who it is, but I wonder if it's just like someone just wants to like move on from NFTs or just like sure if somebody offers me a good enough price, I'll just take the profits and like buy other ones.
Mm.
Let's search on let's search on Twitter copy address and let's do some research.
I
Wouldn't
don't
that be
know,
kind
but
of sad if someone named Ryzen sold all their Azuki NFTs though?
yeah.
That feels kind of sad.
Yeah, agree. No, I can find guys.
It's Neko Ryzen, but I don't
Mm.
know how active they are.
Oh, I
This
think I
account
saw that.
is on this account on X is dead. They haven't posted anything for like a year ish. So and
But
they
the
were
price
only
isn't low, so he don't want just quit NFTs forever. It seems like he just needs some maybe slow money. I don't know back, but it doesn't seem like he listed it for cheap. Like it's obviously he won't sell it soon.
I mean, you always wonder when people who are was he on? I think he was on the order for a bit. Let's look, or she, or I've never met half of the people in this project, which is a little sad. Come on,
But
internet.
collection is sick. Collection is super dope.
Yeah, some of these people, some people just have like the best. Like, I mean, we have Ilan, so he's here. He has an amazing collection himself, so
Yeah,
he knows.
Elon
So
collection is super
he knows the burden of having an awesome
dope.
collection.
Wow, guys, I never saw this before. Oh my God. This is
Yeah,
so
Steve had
cool.
that. Steve had that one for a little while. I remember when Steve G bought that one.
Which one
Oh,
is
the
it?
collections of all this one.
Oh
Oh my
yeah.
That's a good one.
God. So beautiful. Oh my God.
That's a good one.
Usually, guys, usually I don't like this hairstyle and color. I don't know, I just don't like it. But with
That's
everything
one of my
together,
favorites. The gradient
Uh-oh, I'm gonna
colors.
sell. I have an Azuki with that hairstyle. I guess I'm gonna sell it now.
I haven't saw also this
Oh, he's so
elemental
hot.
with bubbles. I never saw this
And a
trait.
neck tattoo.
I
I
think this
one
person
day,
had a lot more too.
one day,
Wow.
I want to have a really hot husbando Azuki OG with like a neck tattoo. There's some
Really
of the
hot
color.
husband.
6428.
Oh my gosh. Like there's
Is the
some of
frog
them
Kiku listed?
that are so pretty.
Yeah,
Wonder if that
hey,
frog Kiku is
look
listed.
up 2264. That's my gradient hairstyle one that I love.
264?
Yeah,
Wait, 264.
I can buy that. Sweet.
that's the one that I got at the.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's pretty.
Yeah.
I love that hair too. That's really
yeah,
pretty.
I
matches.
like ETH earrings.
Yeah.
So dope.
That's
Wait,
pretty.
Even
hold on.
let's
You have to
check
look
it
at
for
mine,
the.
and if you don't like it, I'm gonna sell it.
Okay.
He said if you don't like it, I'm gonna sell
Which
it.
one? Hold on.
That's
Let me
funny.
find. I'm trying to remember the. It's not that one. I'm waiting for my collector's profile to load so I can remember the ID off the top of my head.
I like short hairs
2290.
on Azuki. Like, I don't know. I like short hairs.
Look at
It's unusual for me, but
2290.
I like it. What, Luna?
2290.
22990.
Yeah, if you don't like it, I'm gonna sell it right now.
It's not yours.
It is mine. No, that's mine. That's
It's
my,
your account.
that's what I
Hmm.
that's what I have
Sakia.
for that's me.
That's not my favorite, honestly.
Uh-oh. Alright, I'm gonna sell it now.
Oh, I like the
Trash.
pink kimono one. And I
Uh,
like the
I
one with the
don't like
butterflies.
this one. You can sell it.
Lots of Azuki ammo there. I
That
might
doodle looks
sell
cool.
I
You
might
still
sell
hold Normie too?
Yeah, I'm waiting for them to pump to
Tomorrow,
like
Luna, you can
1E.
jump. We'll make live stream with Cirque.
Okay. Although if
You have
normies
some.
gets to 1
Oh,
ETH, I'm selling them.
Hmm?
Oh,
What?
dude, Luna, you have a holo, a KPR?
I do.
Cool, dude.
that's nice.
Oh, by the way, I need to make live stream with them as well. They wanted to jump on Azuki live stream, by the way, today, guys. But I asked if they have like any Azuki PFP. They said no, and I said I'm sorry, but this is only for Azuki PFPs.
I can sell the doodles and I can buy a
Damn,
frog
Luna, that
Kiku
hybrid.
elemental.
Dude, you need to show these. You need to
Killer
show these more. That
girlfriend.
hybrid Ringo is dope too.
He has some really cool killer girlfriends too. That's
Wow,
pretty.
pretty cool, yeah. To be honest, I'm like a bit tired from this arcane style, arcane
Mm.
style, but still look dope.
Yeah, their activation that they're about to drop should be fun.
Are
I
they
You
still
always
don't have to
doing
ask
have
people in
stuff?
for to
market
play.
what they're doing
I didn't know
because
they
there's
were
just
still
so much
doing
to.
stuff.
Oh yeah, no, they're
Mm.
that's the one thing I like about KPR is like they just kind of keep doing things that like it doesn't matter if people
Oh.
are paying
Oh
attention
my
or
gosh.
they like
Wait, stop.
fade them or
Like, there's
not.
so much
Yeah,
nostalgia in
they
your
sold
fucking
them.
wallet, Luna. I can't handle this. What the fuck? Okay, so we have Junie. We also have Mecha Bays. Oh my god,
I
I
love
love the
Genie.
Mecha Bays. And then I see
I
you
miss
have
What
Bay
are
like
you
the
even
Cafe so
talking
pumpkin.
much.
about? I don't understand.
I miss Bay Cafe so much.
Ira wasn't here at like the
No.
best times of like NFTs. Oh my god.
Oh, I truly wasn't. I entered only in 2022, like and so I didn't get it.
I
I
miss Bay
can't.
Cafe so much.
Oh my gosh, yes.
What it
Bay
was, what it
Cafe.
was.
Anime
That,
waifus. This is
yeah,
Killer Girlfriend stamps.
Killer Girlfriend is awesome. As
Ugh.
speaking of like
Oh,
famous-ish
some comic
artists, like
from Puma. They made some comic even
they
with their
did.
collection.
I thought they were gonna be I thought they were gonna be like people who broke things open because Puma was it's like Nike owned Artifact owned past tense, right? Which owned CloneX, and everyone thought they were gonna do something. But Puma actually like for a while on their main X account, like their name was Puma.s and they're like, we're doing Web3 stuff. So
No
I
way.
thought Puma was gonna do everything and
Yeah.
unfortunately then they did I did get a pair of sneakers. I got like basketball shoes from them just for holding, so that was cool.
That's cool.
Um
Luna, do you have Capsule House?
I faded Capsule House. I was like
Oh.
there are other things I wanted. I probably would have done it, but one of the killer girlfriends I have, like I know that I knew the person who had it, and they just like didn't want to. They weren't responding
Oh,
to
okay.
any like XDMs or Discord messages. So I'm like, I want this one, so I decided to buy it, which I massively overpaid.
Mm.
And then I'm like, oh, I don't have any money for this. All right,
Yeah.
whatever.
I remember, so like in the beginning I didn't have any capsule houses because they were like really expensive, but my husband like got some like not that long ago, like a few months ago, just because we wanted some, like we always wanted some, and the art is really cool, so we just basically just got some just because we wanted to have it. um
I like your
and
ape, by the way. Sorry, I like
no, it's
how
okay.
your ape look like. It's cool. Hmm.
I was gonna show Ira Capsule House because they are also like animated. Wait, is it
Okay.
loading? Wait, let me see. Oh yeah, see, like they're like animated. And
Hmm.
they also have music, and then they also have like the capsule version of them.
Do I overpay to buy this elemental?
Which one? Let me
Yeah,
see.
when
Wait,
you bought it, when you bought it.
that's really
No,
nice.
this look. I'm sharing my. Is it working again? I'm sharing
Yes,
my.
we can see
I
this.
can sell. I'll sell my doodle right now, and I'll buy this.
You will buy what?
You don't see the froggy Kigu elemental?
Ah, you want to buy this froggy elemental.
I do.
I think you need to have some good lightning. OG.
Okay, fine. That's true. We won domain war, so I need to do that. You're right. Never
Yeah,
mind.
yeah.
Perfect.
At first.
My husband's Azuki is nice.
Yeah, beautiful too.
I love
Let's
that one.
explore. Elon, do you have something interesting in your wallet?
Dylan has everything interesting in his wallet. His wallet's amazing.
What item you said before to something else?
What do we have here? Oh my
Elon,
gosh, I still hold my PX Sense too.
That's funny.
I never even saw that before.
I'm surprised you didn't go through my see my Valhalla. That's still in there.
Ew, I
Ouch.
minted Valhalla and I dumped that shit.
I bought. Yeah, I minted Valhalla. I thought it was gonna be like so cool, and then like I bought a rare one, and now imagine if I had that 3 ETH back.
Yeah.
Ah, you think this is water because of the color, because of the print, right? Because I was about to ask like why it's not lightning. It's water, right? Luna.
Which one?
The butterflies.
So much cool stuff.
I think that's the closest one I have because, and I thought, oh well, it has like dark purple, and that makes me think of lightning. So
Yeah. But the pattern of the dress is water. Too much
we
water.
can pretend. We can pretend it's not.
No, because of pattern. If not pattern, then yes. And also, she holds in a drink.
But it's coffee. Coffee gives you energy.
That's true too. Yeah,
I'll just have to buy a lightning OG. That's fine. I want to get Avatar. That's my. I'm not as cool as a lot of people, so I have small collecting goals, and I want Avatar, like the multi token badge. Like that's the one I want.
that's how your chimpers now look like. I don't like
Yep.
their new style. I like more this one.
Yeah, I like their old style better. If I'm being honest, I don't know
Yeah,
why they did that. That it's cool, I guess, but it's not my favorite.
yeah, yeah. Agree with you. Doodles now is pumping as well.
Everything's pumping, I think.
That's my
Every
favorite. Your PFP.
yeah, that's the best one. I agree. Everything's pumping because of apes. That's
I
my.
don't
That's
think
my.
so. I think it's because the market is pumping.
But market pumping because of apes, right? I didn't get that. I thought it's because of apes.
Oh, because Bitcoin pumped a little. I think that's
Bitcoin.
why.
Yeah, I would. So I would normally I would think that, but there like, but there's that. It's like Bitcoin go up, NFT go down, Bitcoin go down, NFT go down. So I think specifically be for the NFT side, like I know there's a lot of hype over what is happening in Bored Ape Yacht Club, and I think probably that at least it helped.
Yeah, yeah, probably.
At least it helped, and like then everyone's like buying, oh yeah, I don't have enough for an ape or whatever, or I'm gonna go just buy this, and you know renewed enthusiasm for NFTs, at least for a little bit.
Yeah, but also, I think like I don't know. I saw Loki post about OpenSea. It's time for you to drop token. I of course supported this post with OpenSea. It's time, but I don't feel it's time for them. Like I feel they will delay it till the end of the year.
Mm.
I feel
Let's see
so.
what Polymarket says
Guys,
these
and
days.
usually my feelings is super right. Guys, I'm a prophet. I'm like I don't know, I have like vision. I have third eye or something like that. Imagine like recently, and will you play game or not? I didn't get it. So anyway, recently I was cooking the eggs, and I was breaking egg, and it was like on the plate. I don't know how it's called, like where you not boiling but frying eggs. So I was broken one egg, second egg, and I take in my hands third egg, and it looked like exactly the same. But I was thinking, like I don't know, just thought appeared. It was with two yellows, and you know how rare it is that like egg with two yellows. And it was an egg with two yellows, guys. I don't know how. I just felt it will be with two yellows immediately when I took it. So I have a gift. You can ask like every questions of the universe. I will answer.
Somebody on Blaze said that Ira should open her third eye.
Oh boy.
or
That's
That's
a
funny.
so yeah. But yeah, so that's why with my vision, I have a feeling they will airdrop us this token in the end of the year, and I don't think we'll be super happy with that.
according to Polymarket, Ira is correct. Most of the bets are that they'll be by the end of the year, and that makes sense because it's OpenSea and they would do that. There hasn't been like really any new news about what they're doing. I think like the token fee refund period has ended, and I thought like okay, after they after that redemption period is over, then we would get more news like, all right, we're gonna do this. And it's like it's not like supposedly they're making any new money to raise for a token because they claim no more trading fees for a little bit. Um, so I would like to believe that they would do it soon, but yeah, they probably stuck it in like a meme coin or a high yield savings account just to like or farm as much interest as possible before they're like, all right, fine, let those plebs have their tokens. I think it's gonna
Hmm.
be a mid. I think it's gonna. I want it to be a good airdrop, but I also think it's gonna be a mid airdrop. Like we're not gonna get like half of what we want from it because they're just extractors.
Are you talking about the Pudgy coin? No, the abstract
Open
coin?
OpenSea.
Ah, OpenSea. Yeah,
Or,
forget about
We're
it.
never
That
gonna get
was like,
OpenSea. They're bad. They're bad.
I don't care about
I want
OpenSea.
it.
I
I
want
want
it
it because I want
too.
money, but
Like I'm sitting on the OpenSea every day of my life in NFTs. Every day of my life. Every day I open. My day started with opening this site, and I have even one NFT from which I open OpenSea all the time to not get scammed like I did for the first time, and I forgot about NFTs for a year because of that. I open like I have this tab saved and I open OpenSea and I every day seeing this Jewel NFT. And by the way, I'm in their t-shirt right now. That's the
That's a cool
story.
T-shirt. What
I
is this?
know it was a cool project. I
Oh, I
love it.
love those. The stuff that this like figurine stuff is so cool.
Yes, yes, yes. A kid called the Beast made like very similar project, but they succeed in that because founder didn't have like mental health problem, but he just continued working.
I didn't actually read this. Dead inside stare. Too funny, man.
Didn't I?
I loved it too. I loved it too. So
Yes
cool.
Man is such a good artist.
Oh my god, he's perfect. And I love your NFT, how he draw it so perfect, especially face. I don't know, my face, he draw, it's more like, I don't know, something unusual, something like very authentic, but your face, so beautiful. Luna, showing your work letters. Yeah, be careful. Yeah. Uh, yeah, so this one is awesome. And I love your NFT, Luna.
I thought it was funny he drew like the pudgy bear head also. Like I was like I didn't know like why did you put that in there? It's too funny. No, it's really honestly it's
Wait,
one of my
didn't you
favorite.
who asked that?
I didn't know. I just so I like two versions. It's like that one and then he did one with the pudgy bear and I'm like
What?
uh
I thought it's your request. Did you saw like he draw also for Max? Max ordered
yeah, I
some
saw that one. That's a good one.
very good one. So cool. Really cool.
I almost want to
And
do
I like
another one.
Xless too. With barefoot houts. Barefoot.
Yeah, that's
That's another
definitely
one.
an excellent
I'm
request.
jealous. I'm jealous because I thought only me can be without shoes. Yusman.
I kind of want to get another one. I'll wait until I get a cool lightning Azuki though, and then I'll ask him to do another one.
For the same or different?
I mean, for like, if he wants to do one like this, I'll in that style. I love the style, so
No, the
maybe the
style is
same.
perfect. Like I love it. The Monstera is one of the best.
I
Cool.
don't know. It would be better. Monsteros would be better if he didn't have shoes on.
I don't like feet. Feet
What?
are kind of weird. That is
Monstera
cool.
said
That is
about
such a
yours
cool.
that it would be much better without feet or without
I
shoes.
agree. Yeah, should have been barefoot, and it would be absolutely perfect.
That one should have been
Why you didn't
barefoot.
tell them?
Yeah, I
I
messed
hope
up. I
that
don't
there's
know.
an
I have to
ability
ask
to
him.
like get these over on, on Anime Chain. I think that it would be a pretty sick use of the chain to take like this Azuki commission culture and supporting artists to Anime Chain, so that even if it's just a general anime enjoyer that doesn't necessarily know or have any idea what Azuki is, they can be like, Name is my favorite character in One Piece. Can somebody like is there a commission artist out there that'll make me a Name like so and so, and then they can commission a Nami piece, and that can be like live on chain, and that can be almost an onboarding experience for people to commission art of their favorite anime characters, and then have that art live on anime chain.
Yeah, I agree with you. That's like that should be like that. I
That would
feel.
be cool. I agree.
Yeah. Even when you're working with Usman, our Usman, you need to commission something beautiful.
Is
He's
that the
so
artist here that you're showcasing here online?
yes, yes,
Yeah,
Indeed, it is, sir.
some cool ones. Hey,
yes. He's so dope. We all love him so much. Yeah.
yeah, his art is definitely a vibe.
Why you bought your ape, Elon?
Why?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think it really boils down to being sort of connected with a community that is Web3 first. I
Mm-hmm.
think that the apes and what Biggie's doing, his sort of responsiveness, the turnaround time on what he's sort of building with the apes, the the sort of social club kind of aspect that they're um, return to monk aspect that they're going for. I mean, it resonates, I guess, with me, and I mean, I think that's what I was talking about whenever I jumped on earlier was that I've been hanging out and talking with Captain, and we've been sort of deep diving into Web3 and what's been going on, even the pump, right? Like even this most recent pump, and how sort of Figgy taking over kind of catalyzed that, how the Bored Apes sort of catalyzed this most recent move. And then obviously the responsibility of other projects in the space, particularly Web3 facing projects, to be like, you know we're going to take this sort of catalyst from the sort of originators of the space, or whatever, the originators of the culture, and run with it with our own sort of North Star. And so I think getting back to getting back to the community, getting really refocusing on Web3, identifying the different aspects of the project itself, it sort of resonated with me. It resonated with me because I'm here for the tech. I mean, I'm here for the culture, and I really felt like the apes are really stepped up in that respect, like recently, like as we sort of troughed and like kind of started to come out of that, of the NFT sort of bear. um, they really took the mantle and were like, hey, we're gonna double down on this Web3 thing, or we're gonna make sure that Web3, the network, right, is built appropriately. The network is built um, through the sub communities. We're going to have a home base. Sorry, that's my dog. He's letting
Oh, you have
everybody know about.
dog. Show your dog.
Yeah. So I mean, I think that that's the sort of the gist of it. I mean, I think that and obviously like I'm mates with a handful of like Azuki OGs that also have apes. I mean, I'm thinking about Deep Armor and Thor and some of those guys. And they've always, I mean, Deep Armor in particular has always repped his ape, but he has some sick Azukis.
I like
Um,
this one because I don't know, it reminds me about you, Eden, too.
Is that right? Yeah, seems to be a lot of crossover, between the two communities, and there always has been. I mean, I think the apes always sort of supported Azuki, and even all the way back, right? Like even when the Zagafud hit, like Gordon came out and had Z's back, and so there's been a lot of camaraderie between the apes and Azuki, and so I think that
Yep.
there's also a little there's a relationship obviously there in the context of how to run this sort of native online Web3 sort of culture too. So Luna can probably speak
Yep.
to it too. But Luna holds apes and obviously repping an ape right here.
Hmm.
They both start with the letter A. I think that
There you
also,
go.
and there's an also interesting symmetry. But I mean, I like so all right. I guess I'll try not to go on like a super big rant about it. Not a rant, but speech, soliloquy, monologue, whatever. Um, I feel like so when I officially joined Web3 back in like mid 2022 ish. Um, even like spending the little of a tent like I did before I like found some good communities and like places that I wanted to be part of, like you could see what projects were kind of stepping up and were at that top level so like at that time really it was like mostly like apes and Azukis. I saw like clones were still worth something, moonbirds were still worth something. They hadn't plummeted as near zero and before Spencer took them over. So it's like okay, these are two brands that seem to like really have a culture among them and like something that makes you want to be a part of it. Um, and then so I decided that like I needed to join both of these, and be a holder. And yeah, like so when I joined Board Ape Yacht Club as first at a mutant, like you could definitely see there was definitely um a lot of like in-person events. They really leaned into the idea of being a club and like supporting each other that way. um there's a lot of like ape support ape and like other online businesses. Like it's really just like a vibe with like a group of people just kind of hanging out and like doing things. um
Even right now, because I've heard like since entry. Oh wait.
I would say
Why?
even now, I mean, like, don't get me wrong. There are like people who, apes are always interesting because, first of all, when they were worth like hundreds of thousands of dollars, there was like this swagger amongst them, and there were a lot of people who hated that.
Hmm.
There was like Franklin who just who had his like interesting posting spree. There was the yield source meme, which is like, if you don't have a PFP worth over $100,000, like you need to do whatever, and I'm not interested in your opinion. And then like people, there are definitely some people who I think wanted to see them fail, just as like well, I hate this like this sort of arrogance about it. And even within the community, there are like people, as far as I'm aware, when they started doing, we'll just call it like side questing, right? They definitely did a lot of side quests. Um, the first iteration of like, people thought Other Side was a side quest because they didn't really see the benefit. Were the temporary owners of Moonbirds, Meebits, CryptoPunks. I think there was one more in there. Their first attempt at heavy metal with the Forge game. Um, there are a lot of people who didn't like that, and they either like decided to leave, or there are a lot of people who like were OG apes who switched their PFPs to either like penguins because they were pumping, or hyper when they dropped, or crypto punks. um and now kind of like the vibes are back. I think what Ilan mentioned, like what Figgy is doing in terms of just like shipping things. One thing they did recently, which got people excited again, were Yuga sponsored IRL meetups, and it was just something as simple as like you know they posted, like they worked with local people who are OGs or like very active in the community. um get together, like watch a baseball game or eat dinner or like whatever, and Yuga picked up the bill, and that inspired a lot of people, like, okay, like vibes are back, like they're doing that, they're doing an OTC, like a company sponsored OTC desk. So like imagine if Azuki, like Zagabond, or digital, or did oh I said it wrong, sorry, digital, decide like set up like Azuki Grails OTC, and it's like, do you want a spirit? Do you want like gold trait, or like gold Kigus or specials? Like we're trying to get collector. We're trying to get like these Grail pieces into the hands of like dedicated collectors, and like
Mm-hmm.
that just kind of brought people kind of into like, either brought people back or excite or reaffirmed to certain people like this is a place I need to be, because one, they are doing kind of this like web, they're like doing a good combination of like web, we'll just call it web 2 and web 3, and not web 2 in the traditional sense of um selling you a product. Like you're not built, they're not like just being a merch business. Although I will say I do think having their always on merch store is a smart thing, because like what's one thing you want to do, like you buy into this like cool community, and you have your PFP, you're excited, and you go somewhere and you see like, what if you see like the follow the rabbit hoodie? Like that's actually one that my wife has stolen from me, because from the Vegas follow the rabbit event in 2023. She really likes it. She like took it. So like imagine, so like people want merch. So you buy an ape and you can go buy like some cool stuff, and like you're just like getting people excited to be part of a group. And I do think like Azuki has that, although I will say there does seem to be a bit of bifurcation in terms of, some people really like the card game angle, some people don't. I will not say where I am on that, but yeah, there's a lot of, I think like at the top level, we'll just say like the top levels of Web3, there is a number of cross pollination, because you just like realize that people, there's just like a group of projects that are like, they're like just doing stuff, and you want to be a part of a group of people who are just like doing stuff. And like apes are like apes are doing stuff, they're doing stuff, they're like making people excited. I think like without Yuga, I think like any like web3 revitalization or going mainstream or whatever, like Yuga's going to be part of that. And I think like Yuga, Penguins, and like I think Azuki can still be a part of that like group. We got to see how the manga release goes. We need to see like how the card game growth goes, because I think it's been made clear that both are kind of like part of their roadmap of how they define success for them.
Mm-hmm.
That was a long speech. I
No,
like
no.
apes. I
I
like
think like the
Azuki.
crux of it though, right, is BAYC is sort of the genesis of the NFT culture, even though they didn't like really come first per se, but they were the
They're the ones
first
that
that,
hit though.
yeah, they're the first that sort of like made NFT culture, what it is. They were the genesis of the culture. And I think largely, yeah, when we saw the bull run, when we saw the sort of The bubble, the speculation. There were, for me, I never really wanted an ape because the apes sort of represented, like Luca was saying, or like Luna was saying, this sort of group of people that were a little bit up themselves, right? And I was like, that doesn't resonate with me. But I think like once we had that blow off top and everyone left, and they were able to sort of distill, and this has just happened relatively recently. They were able to distill what made BAYC, BAYC, and that was like the culture. And so they're double tapping on that. They're having, obviously the IRL stuff at the clubhouse, and really, deep diving into the network. And I think that that's a most important part of Web3 is to, ensure that, the network can thrive. And that does mean, you know, passing along resources to your people, passing along resources to nodes in the network, passing along resources to, to the sub communities that are out there and want to build, whether that's IRL or, whatever. And, that's what always excited me about Web3 in the first place was this network based organization that had the mega node of the founders, do their thing, but also ensure that information and resources flow throughout the entire network, and people can sort of set up their own nodes in the network and really build out, as long as it was in line with the culture, build out whatever they wanted to build out. And I think that that's huge. I think that, largely we've seen that sort of evaporate, in the garden, because the team has decided to go down this path of the TCG and TCG only. And that resonates with people for sure, but it doesn't with a lot. And I think that a lot of people that, a lot of OGs in the garden were like, TCGs are cool, but that's, I came here for something different. And even Zagabond has recognized that, and he just said, this is what we're doing. If you can either like, chill and not, if you don't want to participate in TCG, you don't have to participate in it. But yeah, so I think that there's something to be said about staying Web3 and keeping Web3 at your core. And I think that the return to Monk is that return to sort of this Web3 ethos. And
one thing I think that like was interesting, believe it or not, I'll say one of my first exposure to any sort of Yuga related was actually like a positive experience. Believe it, well, so like my first exposures were actually, interestingly enough, not the super, because yeah, like there's definitely something that can be a turnoff for like the super arrogant posting. So like the first NFT NYC I went to after I joined Web3, I went just to like go hang out because I was already in New York City doing something else, and so we mentioned Killer Girlfriend. So I met, so I was so like they also have like a bunch of other projects that they're associated with, like now it's under the banner of Kusari, but Uwu Crew and like Lamps and all that stuff. Like the founder is a cool guy. He's an NFT OG. He's also an ETH dev for a while, so he was around. Um, and he was going to like can't remember what it was called, but there's like some sort of like Yuga like like not like an official thing, but like a community like party, or say for lack of a better term. And he's like, whoever wants to come, like just let me know. I have a bunch, like I'll get you in. So like I went, and I was like sure I was there, and I went, and like everyone was real, and like I actually got exposed to that like kind of in person community hype vibes that a lot of people who are like minters and you know after mint secondary buyers of Bored Apes like really liked. And like people were just like realized like I just joined Web3 and just trying to figure it out and like see what it's all about. And people were just like really there are a lot of really nice and welcoming people in the space, which I think is great. And we need more people like that because, like, yeah, if the first thing I saw was like, oh yeah, we're doing a TCG, kind of like f off, or oh, if you don't have $100,000 PFP, just like don't talk to me. Like, I don't know how many people would want to stick around. That's just my personal opinion. But like being exposed to welcoming people and like seeing like the good part of the vibes, I think like that part of it was what really drew me. Like, okay, I need to buy an ape. And then for Azuki, I just like Steam Boy. Like, I played Overwatch since closed beta, and like I
Mhm.
probably would have decided to buy an Azuki sooner if I knew it was Steam Boy, honestly. um
Wow.
instead of waiting. But it is what it is. But yeah, like I agree with you 100%, Ilan, that like there's this network there's just like such a network out there to explore. And I think like I think no matter what direction you decide as a project, like a project decides to go in, ignoring that like network part of it is, I almost want to say, like a huge mistake. I feel like it's a huge mistake because like even though we're a bunch of terminally online bozos, there there is just something to being in person and like hanging out. And like you never know who you'll meet. Like I met so many people at Ape Fest. Like I met so many, like a handful of the artists at the Garden Gathering in Tokyo in 24, and all of that was because I had a PFP in common. And like not tapping in, not like ensuring that is core to whatever you're doing, be it an anime, be it a clubhouse, be it a card game, just seems, I don't know. It seems kind of silly. Like you're just like missing a whole core part of the benefit of even being in this space. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I think the Garden Passport is a great example. Garden Passport was like amazing. That was peak vibes. For me, like I went to a couple of those events, and yeah, dude, it was super rad. And of course, like you know, nobody really does that better than sort of Azuki, right? Because they had the passport, they had it integrated into the collector's profile. People were collecting stamps. There was that if you couldn't go, you were able to show your support by minting the poster. So you're
a
like,
great
yeah,
product.
I'm a part of this, and I can collect this in my collector's profile, the stamp to say that I support this network. I support people out there that are going to throw an event. Azuki obviously gave resources to people to throw events, and that empowers the network. That ensures that people are like, yeah, I belong to this thing. I can actually take the reins and throw a kick-ass party, and Azuki's going to make sure it's dope shit only with claw machines and all of that stuff, and people are going to show up and feel the vibe. I think that was massive, massive for Azuki and for me, and for the power of the network, and putting that out there for people to sort of to actually feel the vibes and have that sort of co-creative aspect of it. And there was, obviously there was supposed to be something that happened after the passport, where if you collected all the stamps, there was going to be sort of a reward. But then, again, that evaporated, that initiative evaporated, and then sort of led into, I guess maybe the anime drop was the next thing that hit. So there was a lot of transition from what was going on with the Garden Passport into like time, obviously massive time suck to launch a chain and a token like that. So yeah, I mean, I'm with you, Luna. Like I love Azuki, I love Steam Boy, I love the art. I don't, anticipate selling any of my Azukis, but I hope we do get back to community at some point. And what I mean by community is NFT community of collectors, of people that, love the garden and want, to flourish in the garden and to want these sub communities to be, huge and welcoming and onboard people. Um, I
Mm,
think that could be huge. But I realize that the team wants to build this TCG, and they see that as sort of a mechanism to proliferate the IP, and they want to do the manga, and they obviously see that as an opportunity to get the story in people's hands. Um, but yeah, I mean, I think that probably should have happened at launch instead of 4 years in. But you roll with the punches. You figure it out as you move along, and I think that we'll see how it all sort of evolves, because there is obviously a very massive potential um, in anime space in particular, to have a massive alignment between TCG, between manga, between potential a potential Azuki anime, which I think we've all wanted from the jump.
Yeah,
Um,
guys, I think it's needed to be cut, clipped.
yeah, 420. All right, I'm out.
420.
No, no, no. I mean, clipped and put on the timeline as a reason why people burned NFTs for normies, because people still asking why you guys purchasing NFTs, and that's a great explanation about community side, about like projects, about finding people who the same active, the same want something in life and everything, because like the more I live, I feel like the more I realize, like, I think 90% of people, they're just living, but they're dead actually. And
That's
to
definitely
find
true.
right
That's me on a daily basis.
and to find people who actually want to develop something, it's really hard, and it's cool when you can find everyone at this one place and work together. This is really great, I think, and NFTs give us this opportunity and stuff. But we're talking a lot about this with Monstera though too. He also like don't like some stuff, and I'm explaining to him like we have like it's only on the like weekly basis maybe that I'm telling him like Azuki need to earn money somehow as well, and Azuki need to think about how to make their business sustainable, because before it was easily like more easy to earn with crypto was like more rewarding, more fast and stuff. And right now it's really the market when you need to change some plans to be successful, right? And it's completely like normal to find a new way how to earn money. And even to your point, because I was like talking with people, I couldn't understand why people are so offended on Uzuki and stuff. And still like it's a question for me, but it's more clear with time. But still uh, I feel like small communities, as you said, right, that Azuki supported before, they needed to somehow support Azuki as well. And not thinking about only Azuki members as consumers, because most of the projects, they were created for Azuki community. Again, that's I told you that my fear, before, that manga will be created also only for Azuki, and we need to go to Web 2 world. We need to not only Web 2, but people who are not appreciate Azuki yet, to develop the brand, right? So I can't like fully stand by the side of blaming Azuki by not supporting communities. I feel like communities could do more in case of developing their brand as well. And I don't know. I feel like people also couldn't predict it, this long bear market, right? So they probably didn't think about this as well. But yeah, so.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Like, for sure, a business like Azuki absolutely 100% needs to be profitable for its own, its own sort of longevity, right? For to be a sustainable, ongoing business, you need revenue source, and a dried up royalty market, a dried up sort of NFT space, it isn't going to provide that over the long term. But again, I don't think a complete pivot away from your core is the way to go about that. And I think that, like, to your point, we had a chain, we had .com, we had the means of distribution, and I think, like, really, when I think about these networks, I think about a team sort of builds a platform for the community to evolve into, and to sort of springboard off of, right? So you talk about people in the community needed to target people outside of the community with their goods and services, but there wasn't really an avenue. And I thought this is what Anime Chain and .com was going to be, was this place for community members to branch out of the NFT space and to have that interface with a broader audience that Azuki was going to curate through these initiatives. And that didn't turn out to be the case. They turned out to be their own sort of siloed. .com turned out to be its own sort of siloed entity. And I think, largely the responsibility absolutely goes both ways. But whenever you have a strong sort of mega node in the network that is team and core, like, you would assume that team and core builds for the community, so that what they build, the community can sort of launch right off of, and reach sort of a much broader audience, because Azuki does have that ability and that network in place. They do have the ability to reach a broader audience, more so than a community member that is making a skateboard or whatever. So yeah, I mean, I 100% agree, and was under the, I guess, misapprehension that that's where we were going with a lot of what was being rolled out. Was, again, the ability of Azuki to really gain traction with the IP, and to facilitate builders and creators and innovators in the ecosystem, that broader sort of interface with the larger anime fan base out there, so that we can show people what Azuki's all about, and that is co-creation, building, and innovation. And whenever they land, they have this sort of affinity for this art style, for this brand, for this IP, for this character, for these characters. Whenever they land, they see that it's more than just, oh, this is a story that I'm being told. It's, no, oh, this is a story I can be a part of, and I can get a beans or whatever, and I can build this beans in this ecosystem, and provide goods and services to this broader sort of anime world. So yeah, I mean, I think that that still could be done. I mean, I think that they're building pretty powerful engine for IP through the TCG and through the manga, and we'll see if it gains traction. Like Tim said, it's risky, and this type of content creation through games and manga is very, very hard. There's a lot of people trying to do it, and the failure rate is pretty high, even with established IP. So again, we'll see how we go.
Thank you so much, guys. Elon, thank you for explanation, because I was like, trying to talk with a lot of people about that, and not a single one could give me, like, some answers about what happened and why part of the community, like, not in the mood, let's say so, and stuff. And you just answered, guys, on that pretty.
Well, it's just my point of view. I mean, I'm not. I don't want to speak for sort of others for sure, but that's kind of how I thought was thinking about it.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah, thank you.
because look at these beautiful PFPs. Look at that. Look at that dark spirit right
The
there.
best, like the most I scroll, you saw all this collection. But I love Renga, by the way. I didn't expect they are so cheap right now. I think previous time I checked them, they were like 0.2, something like that.
Yeah, Ringa is beautiful. I think Dan is an amazing artist and continues to
Yeah,
push and
really
grow
dope.
I
and
love Renga
create.
so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah, Renga is like one of the arts I remember on the start of me entering NFTs. I was like, oh wow, that's something cool.
I never liked it.
Not really.
Wah wah wah.
I don't know. It was never my type of art, but I know a lot of people do love it.
I like it. I don't know. It's something that's outstanding from everything else.
It's very different. It's very unique looking for sure.
Yeah, and if you sort of dig beneath the surface and get into Joyama, which was his Renga, which is his Dan's graphic novel, Dirty Robots graphic novel. There are 3 volumes of that, so you can see how this particular art style gets integrated into a graphic novel. The stories are very very cool, very very creative.
Where you can see that
Joyama.
on their site?
Let me look it up.
I didn't know about them. Are they doing something right now?
Yeah, they just released Saturn, which is the Genesis story graphic novel of I want to I want to say Thor's character. So Thor's IP. So yeah, so check it out. Go to his X, go to Dirty Robots X, and then you can probably see it there.
Mm-hmm. Interesting. Are they promoting the story among Web 3 only or Web 2? They go in Web 2.
Yeah, so Dan has a pretty decent following. He did some product art for I think Adidas back in the day. He's been highlighted in Hypebeast. His sort of street art has been highlighted in a lot of different sort of culture first art communities. I think he did some art for Jet Set Radio back in the day. So he's done. I mean, he's been obviously been around. He's got a new line workbook out. So yeah, Dan
Pretty
Isles.
dope gift, by the way. Only $45 and it looks dope.
That's cool. That is really cool. I
Mm-hmm.
actually like that a lot more than I like the collection, like
Then
his normal.
NFTs.
Yeah, well, I just don't. I don't know. Ranga just like the collection itself doesn't never look like it's just not my cup of tea. But how the art on the book looks, I like that. I don't know why. I think I like the white and black contrast a lot, and like
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't know. I'm weird.
Yeah, you're weird. But we love you. In a good way. Some
Um,
parts. Look,
that's really cool.
some art. Interesting. Studio prints. What the else they have?
Oh wow,
But I
those are
didn't found
cool.
the story. Oh wow! Look at that. So
I
cool.
see that art. It, to me, looks way better than the collection, than the NFT
Yeah,
collection.
those are yeah, his prints are so nice. I have a few of them. The original so he did the Art of Seasons before Ring Attack.
Oh, wait, he's the one that did the Art of Seasons?
Yep. Yep.
And
What
it's
is
like I
that?
love the Art of Seasons, but I just never it never clicked for me that it was the same person, but it makes so much sense.
Look
Yeah,
how cool is that, guys? They need to collab with Azuki on TCGs. He need to foil, make this foil stuff for some cards. Look how cool is that?
It's really cool.
yeah, the
But
art is great. I got a print from the Art of Seasons. I had one of the traits was like a print, and you
mm,
could get this like foil print, and
Oh
it's amazing. I got
wow!
it framed. It looks super cool.
oh my gosh, I'm
Wow.
a little jealous because yeah, the Art of
Dylan,
Seasons was a really cool collection. I
Dylan,
love that one.
why you just sitting there and holding, everything at your home? You need to make some room tour for us. It's so interesting. What the art season? What was?
It's a collection.
Can you drop the link, please?
Let me find it.
But I love this. I love this, and the price is pretty normal for Prince. Such level. I remember Monstera recently he bought some art from famous artist for 500, I think, and it also has some foil and stuff.
I wanted to buy gold foil and do some foiling on my art as well. I just haven't done it yet.
That'd be cool.
How can you do that? That's cool. Can you do this
Oh shit, it's
at home?
4:30.
Yeah, yeah, you can. You can buy like gold foil
Wow.
sheets, and then there's a way of applying them on the art, like on whatever like paper you're using.
Wow.
Um,
Cool.
and you could do a lot of artists do it at home.
Make it.
Yeah, you can make it. Yeah, and I think it's not even like too expensive. I'm pretty sure like it won't break the bank to get like some um gold foil or whatever color you want.
Yeah, yeah, Luna, I see your message. Yes, of course. We closed in the round table right now. Just
No,
uh,
it's fun.
it's already
Uh,
two hours and a half, guys. I think this is the longest one. I
Oh
think.
yeah, hey, you can go to
Wow.
ringa.space,
I should buy one of those.
and that's where you
Also,
can get Joyama. You can get all. I mean, you get. It's actually Dark Horse, which is a massive publisher of comics and of manga. Released these, or they were the publishing house that made the Joyama series. So you can usually find Joyama at like your comic book store or stuff like that.
Wait, but where is that? I can see that. This?
Yes, go to ringa.space
Yes.
/goods.
Ah, good. Okay.
Or yeah, or click
Yeah.
that. Yeah, and scroll down. Those are Saturn is the new
Oh,
Ringa comic
wow.
that came out.
Wow.
And there's Joyama. That's 1, 2, 3 of Joyama right there.
And holders, what do you guys get from this? Do you get some revenue sharing or it's just for fun and you can
So
participate?
this was pre Joyama. The Joyama release happened sort of before. I think Volume 1 happened before the Ringa release, and so yeah, this is just his art and some of his stuff. And Saturn, there was some co-creation that went along, that has gone along with Saturn, and there's still some co-creation storytelling that's happening in Ringa.
So, if you bind some NFT, you can be part of the story.
Yes.
Cool. That's nice. That's why I love the Azuki from the first, you know. I joined because I've heard that if you hold in elemental or OGs, you can be part of the story. And for me, it's like, oh wow, I want to be part of the story. This is so cool. For me, it's like the really like good reason to join some community, you know.
Yeah, I totally agree. I mean, that was the vision, right? Was this open anime universe that we could all
Mhm.
have characters in.
Yeah, I agree with you. Okay, guys, I won't hold you anymore. I will check the site. I will check this collection. By the way, is there any point to buy this collection or just art? Because it's
Yeah, if you like it, I mean, I think the coolest part about this art is the time lapse. So the depending on what time of day you look at it, if it has the time lapse trait, depending on what type of day you look at it, it will appear different.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, that's
So
cool. I
How
didn't know that.
interesting that. But I can't see right now nothing for some reason.
yeah. So if it what time of day is it where you are?
Uh, n- um,
Like nighttime?
10. It's 10. 10:30.
10:30 in the evening?
Evening, yes.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, so these are the ones that'll have time lapse. Probably will be the dark ones, right? That has to have time lapse trait.
That's really
Mm,
cool.
that's interesting, yeah.
Yeah, I
Hi.
mean the finals. If you go into finals too, like you'll get there's a final right there, the very first one.
Wow. And I can't open it. I don't know why, but I ordered it. Yeah. Wow.
No, I have them in. I actually have them. I made gifts out of them, like the different throughout the different times. So I'll send you one of those gifts so you can see. It's pretty cool.
Wow. I love it. Okay. For some reason, I can't see. Oh, no, I can't see day. I don't know. I can't see
Oh,
on.
I mean, time evolving. That's the trait. Time evolving is the trait, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like Black Sun. Wow.
It's a really cool collection.
Very
I
cool.
love that art. Yeah. So it's like it's not like I don't like the artist's art. I love his art. I just don't like how the Ranga collection came out. I don't know why.
Yeah, forward facing is a bit tough to pull off.
It is. Yeah, I don't know. It's just I don't know. But I like his art. He's like an amazing artist. Oh, I also wanted to highlight something cuz like you guys were talking about Luna was talking about Kiwi. Kiwi is the person who's basically behind he's a dev, but he's behind Killer Girlfriend. He's into Urukuru, and he's basically the founder of Kusari. And he does have a team, but he's also the person behind Collector. And Collector is the latest collaboration between Anime Coin and the like the the app was like Collector. So I wanted to say that like collectors made by the same people who have been around the space for like a long time, and they're the same people who are behind like projects like Ukuru and Killer Girlfriend. So that's Kiwi made that.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you remember we had Kiwi on for like
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah. I
Tuesday.
remember him.
Yeah, and we talked about Collector before they did the collaboration with Anime Chain. So I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, yeah, this is cool. And I'm sorry that I missed all these times, guys, and I can't, speak with you about that because I just have no idea what happened there. But it's
Where?
cool that you have this background and you sharing with me all the time that.
Mm. Oh, like the time, like you missed like the beginning, like all the. Because I feel like you would have enjoyed it so much because there was so much anime going on. Like there was like so many anime projects, and it was like a really exciting time of like NFTs, and it's like, yeah, and it's just so there's like so much culture there, and it's like, man, like it was just, I'm just so sad that you weren't there.
Now we are all here. I hope in the future, like, I don't know, guys, with all this pump, like, honestly, I was standing on my balcony, I was thinking, like, projects, they are not offering nothing new. They're not offering something, great. People are leaving the space. So who purchasing these NFTs? This is people who probably finally could afford that, and it's not
Yeah.
the same people as before, and it's not bad situation. I feel it's good, but it's still, not the vibes where pump started. So that's why I'm like, this is probably not the,
Yeah.
real pump.
Well, the thing that I think, like how I see things, is that very rarely anything depends on what a project is actually doing. So it's like people come and go from the NFT space or the crypto space depending on if there is money to be made. So truly, like, I don't believe that what projects, like, I mean, it's important that they do stuff and they have products and they build things because it helps them like last long, but it's like price movement and like if people are going to buy into something or not doesn't depend on nothing but is like is there money in the market as a whole, if that makes any sense. It's like, so when things start pumping a lot, so it's like all it takes is for basically the crypto market as a whole to start like moving for people to come back. But it was weird last year whenever Bitcoin was hitting all-time highs because nothing else was moving with Bitcoin, and that was like a weird thing that doesn't usually happen. And it was just such a weird, I don't know what was going on. Like we had like a really weird like year when like Bitcoin was hitting all time highs and nothing else was like following except like maybe like some of the bigger coins, but it was just weird because it usually doesn't work that way. But anyways, I think that like for crypto to do good and for like meme coins to do good and for NFTs to do good, just the overall market has to, people just have to come back to like the crypto space as a whole. And I don't know what would take for them to come back, honestly. Like I don't know. And I
I
don't
have
know.
no idea. All my friends from previous years, they are so traumatized.
Yes.
They are not like just, funny traumatized or something. They are
Mhm.
hurt.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
they hurt, like I told you, like maybe Azuki is not my first love, and that's why, like for me, it's just a place where I feel comfortable, where my goals align with the project
Mhm.
and everything. So I feel like connected, and I felt hurt from another project.
Mhm.
But again,
Mhm.
like I'm not burned so much money as my friends,
Yeah.
and they are fucking hurt so
Yeah.
much, and they're
So
not back like at
yeah.
all right now.
So it's like for people that got burned so badly, like I don't know what it would take to bring them back. Like
I have
I
no
don't
idea
know.
too. That's why I'm telling you, like, I hope something in the future will happen that will bring us all together again and will bring all the fun back to crypto, because we are here joined also for the fun, right? To build together,
Mhm.
to move together. But with this economy, with this situation, and with the projects not doing like almost nothing super creative, super fun, what we don't see in Web 2. Because again, I'm a big supporter of Web 2 recently, became
Mhm.
like
Mhm.
previous year, I think, because I feel like they doing much more than Web 3 doing in case
Mhm.
of the projects, in case of the media, in case of everything. So they are like much like more ahead, even if we're talking that we are so, so cool and they are normies, no way.
Mhm.
So I hope, and crypto regulation and stuff, of course, like it's, yeah, different. It will be different, but I hope still fun. And we are part of it, guys. And we can change everything.
Yeah.
And we're changing.
Yeah,
So
I mean, I
Yeah.
think that really boils down to what is happening over at BAYC, right? Is they're refocusing on the social club aspect of it, and I think that again, this the hyper financialization is not something that you can sort of control. Like clearly, when speculation comes in, it creates this sort of snowball effect, right? Like more and more people are coming in for that reason, and that reason alone, and that's not sustainable. But I think that largely what happens is you get a massive flush, which we've had, right? Like liquidity dried up. There was no longer money to be made, but these communities still exist. They're still out there. They're still engaging. There's still the ability to show up here right now with you today, talk about Azuki. Like that. I mean, we're still going, and I mean, I think like leaning into that part of it, the connectivity between human beings out there in the world and being a part of something that you're proud of and that you have like control and agency over and the ability to have that icebreaker for whenever you show up at like an IRL event. You don't, you're not a wallflower. You already have something in common, and you can go talk to that. You can go talk to really anybody in this community about Azuki, and
Mhm.
they're happy to talk about Azuki, and that's the icebreaker. And then you can talk about whatever else is going on in your life. But that's the immediately that you're immediately connected with them because you both love Azuki, and there's power in that, and as far as you know culling the inauthenticity of Web 2, because I think like really what Web 2 is about is profit. That's how capitalism works, is the profit motivation, and everything else is external to that. But if we work here together to create something different, which is based on you know our genuine human connection with each other, and our ability to tie into and have this one thing in common, but also splinter out and create sub communities and sub networks and other ways to get involved and engaged and innovate and co-create. That's when network-based organizations will thrive, and you have this authenticity of creation that because the people, who they are, you know their reputation within the community, and you can say, yeah, this person's creating for the right reasons. They're creating it for love of brand, and you don't get that in Web 2 because there is this preconceived notion that what people are doing are they're doing to make money, and you don't know them, you're not connected to them, you don't have any idea about like their background or who they are or what their interests are, aside from the curated what the curated marketing team presents. And if you can get in here and connect with people authentically and co-create with them, like that is a strategic advantage to goods and services and product provisions that you can potentially utilize day to day, that you feel good about repping, right? Like you feel super good about repping that because you understand that you're a part of it and you're not just a consumer, but you're a member, right? And that's what BAYC's refocusing on, is this sort of members only club. And what you need to do to become a member is have an NFT. And that's how you get in. And that's just the first part of being a part of it. Like you become a member of it, and then you integrate yourself into the community, into the network, and you go from just being sort of a member to like actual belonging, like human belonging, and
Mhm.
and connection, not just to brand but to the other people within the club. And I think that there is an importance, and there will be a return to that whenever people really understand that that's sort of the superpower of creating network-based organizations with these tokens, with blockchain, and with these brands that we've all come to know and love, particularly in this case Azuki. What Luna was saying earlier about having a always on but somewhat token gated store, is that, yeah, like you want to, like the most powerful thing about these communities is repping it. And if you rep it as your identity online, like you want to rep it IRL as well, because you're connected to it, and it becomes a part of your identity. And if there was an ability to go onto the Azuki website, and there was a token gated jumper or something, or like Shao track jacket or whatever that had the Azuki branding, was very on brand and very cool. That wasn't like super expensive, right? Like this isn't crazy expensive. You're not trying to make money off of your community. You're trying to allow them to rep the brand. And so you token gate it, and there can be other sort of tangential products on there that aren't token gated. But I think that there's real power in that. I mean, I think once I got my Bored Ape, like I went to the store and got some merch because that's what you want to do, right? Like you want to rep that shit,
Yeah.
and you don't want to have to wait for drops. And I think one of the coolest things that Azuki did was the collab with, as far as like the merchant stuff goes, was the collab with Ambush and the
Yeah.
PBT integrated hoodies that had like rarity. And, I would love to get back to that, right? I'd love to get back to this ability to have real world goods that were, PBT, and the PBT enabled that sort of gotcha rarity, and that populated in your collector's profile, and everyone sort of talked about what they got. And, did you pull a gold or a spirit? And you didn't have to have a spirit to pull a spirit, ambush hoodie, but that was so much fun. So people have these tools, particularly like the PBT, NFC chips. And so I hope we can do that again, because I think that's so much fun. Now obviously we have our own chain, like we can have these NFTs live on our chain, and mesh digital and physical. And there's still a lot of opportunity there, and the infrastructure has been built, right? I think that's the big difference, right, from the last sort of bull. Was there were all these people trying to do all these things, and now we've been through the massive bear, and people continue to build, and the infrastructure is not completely built out, but it's a lot more evolved than it was back then. And so there's a lot more ability to utilize the tools that have been sort of democratized, and utilize the infrastructure that we have at our fingertips to really, for the community itself, to build really, really dope stuff. And I love to hear that Andrew Thace is working with Dim for sure, because he's such a crack dude, and such an amazing community member, and he's been trying to build for a really long time. So to hear that he's sort of aligned with Dim, and they're doing some stuff on Anime Change, really, really heartening to hear.
Agree with you. Yes, and I feel like Azuki building exactly where NFT should be, and especially with all the storytelling, everything with all this beautiful story it can be. Yeah, I think, and that's why I'm also staying believer of Azuki. And Elon, if you like at first it was like super interesting, and I hope I will find the power to clip that, because that's a perfect explanation why NFT needed at the first, and what you love in that. And I think that's great answer on this question. And secondly, if you bought merch of Bored Apes, and you wearing that and showing people that you own a Bored Ape right now, you can easily make a room tour for us as well. If you're not hiding IRL that you have in Bored Ape, you should dox yourself and show us the room tour and everything that you have, because I'm sure you have a great collection.
Yeah, I have everything that Azuki and the community has released from the beginning, going all the way back to Red Bean Coffee, to the very last sort of the creators, and everything sort of in between, like Bobu plushies, bucket hats, Satoshi Nakamoto spirit hoodies, ambush hoodies, all these little plushies, comic books, so many things. All the things that I got on the passport tour uh, from Hong Kong, from the Hong Kong community. So many, like, just stickers of people and their Azukis. Man, so many good things. Uh,
Show us.
Actually, it's all covered up right now because I'm doing some construction on my garage, so it's all actually behind a plastic sheet, so it doesn't get all messed up. But
Of course.
lots of skateboards, yeah, lots of skateboards, and What else do we have? The posters. I have all the posters. Every poster that Azuki has released, I have. Yeah, was a fanboy, Maxi.
And I hope in the future you will be too, and co-author as well. I hope you all will be. And yeah, even just one day per week, show us something, some small videos with what you have. I'm sure you have like really beautiful collection. And one of my favorite stuff when I entered NFTs, my friend invited me in the community. We called members only. That's how I met Monstera, by the way, my best friend. And we started to talk with each other, and we started to send photos of the houses, our interior, the things we have. Like, and I started to be collector. Before I entered crypto, I decided to start purchase art and stuff, and it was like my favorite thing that I finally found people the same obsessed with interior and small details as me, the same collectors, even like not in crypto, just in real life. They had some books, comic books, or some figurines and stuff. So that's my favorite part. And yeah, share sometimes.
Yeah, that's so cool. That's so, and I think that there's real sort of human value in that, right? In connecting with people that you have something in common with, and
Yes.
having that be, it doesn't necessarily have to be. I mean, it can be anything, right? Like anything you have in common with somebody, and you connect with them over that thing, and then obviously your relationship evolves, and you learn more about each other, and that is fulfilling just on a very human scale, because you're getting to know people, you're getting to understand other people, their backgrounds, what they like, what they don't like, why, how they've come to be who they are. Like all these things are so fascinating and interesting, and if we can facilitate that, particularly across borders and internationally, I think we can make a better world, right? Like we can do better as human beings.
Exactly, like Captain said today on the space, that he never met such a just like-minded people, even if in university he didn't have that. So yeah, that's a cool thing.
It's so true. It's so true. I mean, and you hear this from a lot of NFP people who have been in the space and who have participated, and particularly those that have gone to any sort of IRL event, whether it be official or community led. Is that they meet people and create relationships with people who they would never in a million years have either met or become friends with, but for the space, but for being a part of a collection. And I think that's huge. That's how we build empathy with our fellow human being, is to connect with them and to hear their stories, to hear the good times and the bad times, and how they the life, right, that they've lived. It allows you to be a little bit more empathetic to people out there in the world, because everyone's just living their lives the best that they know how, and they're figuring it out in real time, just like everybody else. Like we've all just lived this life once, as far as we know, and we're all trying to figure it out and do our best. And it's like, once you connect with enough people and can understand that these are just people, like they're just people trying to do what you're trying to do, and that's like make a living and love and relate to people and create friendships. And that allows you to see deeper into not just like other people, but just human nature. And the more we can do that, the more we can sort of minimize the animosity around the differences and really recognize the sameness.
You won't believe me, but I recently catched exactly the same thought when I was scrolling TikTok, that we're all the same. And yeah, we just need to speak on each other language more. And yeah, maybe be less egocentric to understand, like, we can be stronger together and stuff. So yeah, guys, thank you so much. I hold you here for 3 hours almost. Thank you so much. It was super interesting to talk with you today. I'm sure that you're super tired right now, and I need to smoke my cigarette as well. So thank you so much, guys. Was once again cool to talk with you, and thank you for sharing all the information you have, because today I learned so many new cool stuff that you can use foil on your art. That Renga has comics, that Azuki the best, that like everything else about co-creation, about communities, about everything. So thank you so much. And if you listening us, you are, I don't know, the oh my God, Apana, you're here.
The rock
You're
stars.
listening.
Yeah.
I saw your like on the start of the live stream, and now your likes here. Thank you so much. Apana is amazing because he's not only draw lightning guy who is running, but he also run for 40 kilometers or something like that. And he is not on like only artist, he's also a runner. And in this competition it was so important for me to see people run, and Apana did that, and he is amazing. We love you, Apana, so much, and you has have an amazing art style, super unique, and I fell in love like immediately when I saw this. As soon as I can, I will order something again. So thank you so much, guys. I love you all, and yeah, just stay with people who you truly like, and do what you truly like to. Bye bye.
Much love. Peace out.
Bye, guys.